Hello, hello, hello everybody. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Hold on, let me overtake my body for a bit. Let me just stare into the distance. Wait, what? Hi Fossil, welcome to the stream. I was literally not expecting anyone. I wasn't expecting anyone to show up because it's been months, like literally I think like 4 months or something like that. Hi, hello. Oh my god, there's so much to catch up and stuff. How's wifey? She's having fun in Japan. She's having fun watching the 100 Line stage play shows. Yeah, I saw the streaming thing and I was just like, it looks so cool. I don't want to watch everything. The streams was like, Min's bought the streams actually, so we're gonna watch it when she comes back. But I'm not gonna watch all of it now because I wanna, I wanna wait for to watch it together with Min's. Yeah, I'm not with her. If I'm with her, I'm not gonna be streaming here. Where none of us would be streaming at all. So I'm streaming during Min's time zone when she usually streams. So there's no Danganronpa. It's just a me talking about my drawings and stuff, my art that I've had, and doing some art nights roles and stuff. Yeah, it's crazy because like right now in Japan there's a typhoon. I think Japan was grazed by the typhoon, but like the main, if I'm not wrong, the main bulk of the typhoon actually went to China, I think. I think it went to China. I may be wrong. I don't keep up with the news or anything like that. But the thing is that Min's, it's supposed to be summer in Japan, but it's been raining almost every day that she's been there. I feel like it's been raining like the most days that she's been there, so it's kind of crazy. I expect it to be like at least kind of cooling. God, I hate the feeling of hot rain. You know, like when it rains but like the weather is really hot. Here in our country, right, sometimes it would rain when it's still sunny outside. Also, by the way, shit, whoopsie, I forgot. It's been so long, so I forgot. Hello, my name is Michio Dai. Forgive me for looking nothing like the character that you see over there on the screen right now, because like this is me chibi formed from like that I rigged myself 3 years ago. But yes, I am Michio Dai, your tokusatsu hero wannabe. Rain in the sun is nice. There's rainbow. Okay, that's true. Rainbows are just very. Rainbows, honestly, right? That you know, all that meme about the guy going, "Oh, Dumbo rainbow all the way." But the thing is that like, I kind of get that though. Rainbows are very. It kind of blows the mind. It's a trick of the light, you know. It's something that you can't touch. It's so ethereal, you know. Can you touch a rainbow? Like, not physically, but can you pass your hand underneath a rainbow? I've never chased a rainbow before and like been under it or something like that. That's gotta be crazy. I don't know what the conditions are for that. I just know it's like, oh, it's the light reflecting off the water or the rains and the raindrops and the moisture in the air and stuff. So that's cool. Still, hot rain is not cool though. It's raining and you expect it to be cooling and all that, but it's like, it's literally just like, it's as if the sky is sweating on you. Oh, that sounds disgusting. Imagine another person sweat on you. Yeah. I also got a new mic recently. Because my old mic died. So right now this mic, there's probably a slight difference. The only thing that right now is I turned off I basically kind of dialed down on the noise suppression. So now it has a little bit less, I think the graininess is missing from the previous mic that I had, so that's right. Okay, so today I was supposed to write a script or a guide on what to talk about and stuff, but I didn't really have time today. yeah, I really didn't have time today. I had a whole bunch of stuff happening today. I don't know. I don't think I should. I'll catch you guys up on like what's been happening afterwards. I'm not gonna be catching you guys up like on stuff now. Anyway, I do not have any BGM because I'm just gonna let Arknights play in the background there. You can see Arknights. This is the PC client. Ooh, fancy. I got a skeletal hand. We have that in Arknights. Skeletal hands as the cursors. Don't ask about that because I didn't read enough into the story to know what that actually means. I don't know if there's a meaning to it. I think there kinda is. It's kind of a character. Priestess, I think she's called. But don't worry about that. Okay. Besides Arknights, okay, maybe I don't know. I'm jumping all over the place, but there's a big elephant in the room. Can anyone tell me what the freaking elephant is in the room right now? Hint, hint. It's above my head. So, Twitch's dumbass decided to opt everybody into generative AI on their damn platform by default, including you. Including you, the audience, are also being opted in by default. So, if you want Gen AI to have no power over you, turn that shit off. Go to your settings right now and go under the security and privacy tab and turn that off. Turn that part where it says like, oh, do you want your stuff to be fed into the Gen AI machine for machine learning and stuff? And I'm like, no. You know it's a damn problem when they default opt you in, and this thing is literally in the tab called security and privacy. Security and privacy, and they opt you in by default. I feel like that should be grounds for suing. Honestly, like, why is that not grounds for suing? It's literally under security and privacy. It is a breach of privacy and a breach of security. What if there's people... I'm streaming using a VTube model. What about the streamers who are literally streaming with their cameras? Why should they give their like face and likeness to Twitch? Why should it belong to them? It's default opted in, like come on. It's such a big breach. And then people, oh god, I don't want to go into the whole, okay, I'm trying. If I'm going to talk about the AI thing, I would like to talk about it at the end. I would like to start this video or stream off with something a little bit more more positive. So I don't know. Okay, right. Let me close out my Chrome just so I have a little bit more bandwidth on my. Sorry, not bandwidth. I mean, a little bit more CPU usage because Chrome takes a lot of CPU usage, and like VTube Studio does too. And now Arknights is on my PC. Arknights has a PC client now, so let's talk about this over the Gen AI stuff. But yeah, okay, I addressed the elephant in the room. I would highly encourage. Oh my god, shut up! Holy crap! Who's that talking? I can't remember who that is talking. I can't recognize the voice. Sorry. No hate to that person, but yeah, I would highly encourage you turn off that setting in your Twitch so that you are opted out of the generative AI thing. And if you're watching this from YouTube, then I guess you are... In a sense, I feel like if you're on YouTube, you kind of... you don't really have a say about anything. I feel like no. I feel like YouTube they're already feeding you into the AI. I'm gonna get fed into the AI and shit. I don't know, man. I just feel like I don't know. They're just gonna. I'm just gonna. We don't have a say anymore, you know. And like, people are just gonna be like, oh yeah, AI is the future. You can't escape it. No, I can't. The thing is that we can. It's just that you guys are making it extremely difficult to. You guys are making it. You're literally shoving it down like all our throats and stuff, and it's fucking annoying. Stop it. Like, do you seriously have not a freaking moral, like, ethical bone in your body? I'm not gonna give people clue tools and trees because I feel like a lot of people. Oh god, holy crap! You guys, come on! Why are you guys giving me all these clue tools? Oh my god. Okay. You guys, come on! You can't do this. Who's distracted? Why are you distracted? I'll just sub in someone, I guess. Kichise? Yeah. There's just one now. Alright, I'm just gonna in first. Sorry, I should. I mean, I'm not doing anything in particular right now. I'm just gonna. Alright. There you go. You guys can enjoy the game together with me now. So, the reason why I have Arknights up is because there's a new character. There's a new operator. A new character to roll. A new shiny gacha character to roll. Yippee! It's not her. She's limited. You can't get her anymore until the Actually, the new main story is gonna happen sometime soon. About 2 months away, maybe. 1.5 months away, probably. You can probably get her. That's if you start Arknights. Which is really cool. Okay. Besides that, if the people know what I'm rolling for, they know. Sorry, there's all these dailies. I'm just like grabbing everything. Let me grab this. Yippee! OP! And Orundum. Oh my god, lock up my fucking Orundum. Hell yeah, let's go! Hold on. Yeah, okay. Just in case. Alright, y'all can see me now. Y'all can see my rolls. Okay, I have a bunch. Because I have it saved up for Dimitri. How do you say his name? Dimitri Serrataldo Bellone. I call him Balonies, which is pretty racist to say, I guess. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean anything bad by that. I think I just want to make fun of his name. It just sounds very nice to say. Bellone. Okay, so I'm gonna do one roll. So basically we do 10 rolls, and then I'm gonna talk about my art, and I'm gonna do another 10 roll, and I'm gonna talk about my art, and another 10 roll, and I'll talk about my art. So we have it spaced out a little bit. We need to space out our gacha. We can't have it all in one shot. Of course, if I'm super lucky and I somehow get Baloney within like the first roll, then yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I might end there because there are other operators that I'm looking for. Okay, so first 10 roll. Am I lucky? Doesn't seem like it. It could be a pop-off at the very end. Yakuza! Alright. Just a 5-star. But is it the 5-star that I want? That's the thing. Robota, you saved me during Misery's like level. Misery stage, man. Holy crap. The shields are actually really good. I love Robota's shields now. I still really like her design so much. Day 1, she's a day 0 operator. She looks so good, the art. And this is like one of the more recent. Wait, no, yeah, this is the only. I think this is lit. Okay, alright, she's talking. This is literally her only. Like, she's the latest 4-star in this game, I think. I think she's the latest. I don't think there was any other ones. I don't think we're gonna get any more 3 stars. I highly doubt that. I don't think there's any point to get any more 3 stars. Do I have you at max? I'm not sure. I can't remember. Are we close to the end? Great! I just got your new outfit. Well, are you at full pot? Sometimes getting the 5-star that you want is extremely difficult. Yeah. I was looking at Blue Sky and I'm just like, oh, who is it? Was it Wint or something? I can't remember the username. They usually make the videos. They had the Viviana as their profile picture, and I think it's their favorite operator. I think. Oh, Argo. That's their name. Yeah, Argo wasn't able to get Ripperessa. I don't know if they eventually should have. I think, but oh gosh, it took a long time. It really sucked. Oh sweet, yeah, potentials! Yippee! I forgot she's Ursus. I forgot she's under Ursus, huh? Does she? No, she's not under the student thing. Oh, he's maxed out. Yippee! Sorry, I didn't build him, he's only at level 1. Alright. Okay. Let's just keep this in my base. Can I zoom out? Oh, I can. Oh shit, okay. Maybe I'll zoom in on a place. Yeah. Alright. I hope that the music's not super loud. Okay, now let's talk about this. So, how do I start this? I didn't do a script. Alright, so, I started this series kind of as a I started this series because I wanted to draw a little bit more simpler than how I usually would. Usually I would draw like illustrations and stuff, but I decided I'm gonna just draw like something a lot more rough. You can see the line work's definitely like really rough here. I mean, not extremely rough. I'm really clean when it comes to like rough work. It kind of sucks. It's because I have a very extreme rough look, like really rough, like messy, like it doesn't look nice at all. It's disproportional and all that kind of thing. And then I have this. So there's not really any in between for me. So I'm constantly trying to find that sweet spot for myself. So I wanted to draw something simpler. And I also wanted to, I felt that like I kept drawing Michi, but people didn't really understand, or they didn't know who Michi is. They don't know who Michi is, like who my OC is, right? So I started this Q&A series so that people could ask their questions, ask Michi like to talk about herself, ask her questions and all that kind of thing, like what's your favorite food, what's your favorite weather, how do you fight, for example, all that kind of thing. So to get the series started, I typed out a bunch of questions for myself, for Michi to answer. And so I think the first question that I would want Michi to like try to answer is, what is up with that name? Why are you named Michi Odai? Like, the name is a little weird. Like, you don't hear any of the word Odai. I feel like it doesn't really roll off the tongue extremely well. So that's supposed to be the thing about her. And also, I think I started this series because I wanted to draw simple, and then okay, the more I draw, the more there's Michi. So I'm gonna have a lot more stuff that I can maybe use for other things. Like, for example, for this stream's thumbnail, actually. For this stream's thumbnail, I actually did use this in the thumbnail for the Q&A. I think it's pretty good, honestly. There's that. There's gonna be other stuff. I think you saw in the, let me show it again. In the starting soon screen, there's also this. This was from my Michi's Q&A. It's from my most recent comic. Like, it's from my most recent work that I put up on Blue Sky, actually. Yeah, so if you want to check out the art, if you like the art that you're seeing here, you can find it on my Blue Sky. You don't have to go to my, like, my Ko-Fi is there, sure, but like, have I been uploading this to my Ko-Fi? Actually, I know I've been uploading my illustrations to my Ko-Fi. I don't know if I've been uploading this to my Ko-Fi. I think I have uploaded the earlier ones. I'm not so sure if I kept up to date with that, because, yeah. If anyone wants to enjoy what's on my Ko-Fi also, that'll be great. You can give me a tip there rather than giving me on Twitch. I think that'll be a lot better, because if you give me, man, actually, yeah, that's true. If you give me a membership on Twitch, then a part of that goes to Twitch, right? And that pays for the AI stuff as well. So, I strongly implore that you, if you like my stuff and you want to give me a tip, or currently I do not have any membership perks or anything like that. I do have, if you wish to follow me, I was kind of waiting for someone else to appear and like maybe I do this, but there are free stickers if you follow me. 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's not a lot, but I finally got around to making these stickers also in the meantime. Yeah, so I just got a regular happy one, and she's so cute, and then you have the shocked one, it's like just like ah! And then the third one is like a sweating emote, but like it's also kind of a, she's like, Michi's like blushing and she's like pulling a scarf and it's like a bit cheeky and stuff, so I like that. And the fourth one is Michi looking like really small and pleading. She's like, oh, boo 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 boo. So I don't know, I really like this. I really like this this sticker set. So this is free. I've not made anything for memberships yet, so you don't have to subscribe to me. If you want to give me a tip, then you can tip me on Ko-Fi, or you can, you can subscribe on Ko-Fi as well. Ko-Fi doesn't, to my knowledge, Ko-Fi doesn't take a cut. I may be wrong. You can school me on that, but yeah, to my knowledge, I think it's a lot better if you tip people on Ko-Fi rather than giving me through Twitch. So yeah. Moving on. Wow, was I going on about? I think I just wanted drawing. Drawing? Of course, it's an art stream. Of course, I'm talking about drawing. But not actually drawing itself. So this is the first one. This question came from me, once again. It's me asking, why am I called Michiodai? And then Michi's reply to this is that I gave myself this name. I think Japanese puns sound fun. God, it sounds so weird to say. I think Japanese name puns sound fun. So I created one of the word meteorite and came up with Does my name not sound like it? What if you try saying my name really quickly? Maybe then? Yeah, so basically how I came out with this name is that you know, I started streaming back in 2023 or 4. I think it was 4. Man, it might be 3 actually. I think it was 3. I think I was like I started streaming in like 2023. But basically at that point, you know, there's a lot of people. No, I think it was 2024. I think a lot of people had names and stuff, so it was a race to get the branding sort of thing. Like, you know, a VTuber is pretty much a brand, and sort of like, and how you identify yourself, your OC and yourself, you know. So the name, right? I'm a silly guy, and I both love and no, I think I love Japanese name puns a lot more than I love Japanese puns a lot more than I hate them. I don't find them cringe. If I was Japanese, I would probably find it really cringe. But the thing about this is that it's like it's a pun in like English as well, because it's using an English word like meteorite, you know. So I told Minz this. I remember this. It's something she laughs at me about, but it's like I tell her, oh, I chose this name because it's cute, and that there was a whole bunch of other meanings to it that I'm not going to elaborate about it now. But one of the meanings why I chose this name is that, oh, I wanted because I themed my character around a meteorite, not a meteor but a meteorite. So I came up with this name, and I was like, oh, it's like a Japanese name pun. If you say it really fast, it's like meteorite, like Michiodai, 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 and it was just like meteorite. If you say meteorite in Japanese, I was like, yeah, if you say meteorite in Japanese, it's gonna sound like Michiodai, right? And she's like, no, I don't see it. And I'm like, I just fail. And I don't think anyone's got it, but so this question for Michiodai is a little bit of a it's a little bit of a breaking the fourth wall kind of thing. But if anything, right, it's one thing is that it's answering the question of her really silly name that I hope it's so silly that I hope that people can remember her. Michi is a very easy name to remember already. It's just the Odai part that's a little funny. So one thing is that. The other thing is that, like, you can tell that, like, oh, a couple of things. One, Michi is she's kind of silly as well. She's like kind of silly like me as well. She's a little silly. She has a little kind of a funny side to her. Second is that, so she knows about the languages Japanese and English, and she's trying to do this. She learns about this like name pun things, and okay, sure, all right. I don't know if you probably can't infer here that she's out of this world. I don't think so. I don't know if I've really answered that in any of the questions, actually. So I need to think about that. It's one of those things where, like, oh, I have it in my mind already, so it's such common knowledge in my head about my character that's why I wanted this Q&A thing for like people to also like realize something. So it's like, wait, you're not from Earth, or like you're an alien, that kind of thing, cause you sure don't look alien and stuff. So there's that whole thing. That's why I wanted to like have this Q&A thing where people ask me questions and I will just like answer them, and I'll be like, oh, I want to make it cool, so I'm gonna draw the answer out, and that takes up like about a week and to a month to answer. So it's a little yabai, but yeah, okay. So I'm gonna move on to the next one. The next one. I'm just gonna open this up in Club Studio. Okay, this one was from Minz, but before that, I'm gonna do another gacha. Sorry, it's gonna be looping, but I love the music. I especially love this. I love this song from like Adele's theme. Like not Adele, wait. Aya Fiala's theme. Not really Aya Fiala. Aya Fiala Alters event has this song, and there's two versions of it. So the one that's playing right now is the daytime version. When I go back to the base that I was at earlier, that is the nighttime version, which is the one that I prefer. Okay, sorry. I almost forgot that I didn't blow this up. Alright, let me blow this up. Okay. Headhunting time. Let's go. I have so much. I'm so ready for you, Dimitri. Catorado Bellone. Okay, it's not a 5-star. But is it the 5-star?
Doctor.
Oh, Hummus. I don't know if I'll build up Hummus. Hummus's kit sounds really good, but then now there's like I've got the Minos operator that we got for free. No, wait, yes, it was for free. Yeah, it was for free. Yeah, I got him and she's really good. So I think his kit actually has an overlap with Hummus's, so that's a little unfortunate. I may be wrong, but I think that's how it goes. Yo! I forgot that Bee Hunter is freaking Ursus. Wait, I did not train her up. I'm pretty sure I don't have her as E2. Wait. Oh. Huh. Okay, sorry. My Arknight's brain was like, the gears were turning. I was just like, oh, the Ursus team. Let's go, let's go. So, is she from Latania or Siracusa? She has the Siracusan logo behind her, so I would think that she's a Siracusan, but like she's probably leading a troop of Latanian, I guess, orchestra. Okay, I think that's not what else. Wait, I didn't take a screenshot of that. It's fine, it's on stream, it's fine. I can take a screenshot of my stream. I don't really have to do this. I mean, I can. I'll take a screenshot of it. Give me a second. Take a screenshot. Give me a second. Let me save this screenshot somewhere. Oh boy. Alright, repressor on the second roll. Okay. It's back to nighttime music. Alright, it's a new bunch of people. Alright, okay. Let's minimize this. Okay, sorry. Sorry folks, just gotta wait for me to be done with this before I roll another time. Alright, so the second question and the first question. Why the hell did I put this as part 1? Oh, right, cause I wanted... Shh, dude, this was so long ago that I was like, oh, I wanted to answer, cause Min's asked 2 questions here. It's like, oh, do you have any favorite Earth foods, and like, what are her favorite Earth things? And I didn't answer what her favorite Earth things are. So whoops. I don't know if I'll ever answer that. At least not right now. I'm not really taking any questions right now, I'm sorry. Unless someone has a question on Twitch. You know, I still have this Q&A open up. Like, if anyone has a question on Twitch, any follower has a question on Twitch. Hopefully if it's a follower rather than a bot. Some AI bot shit. Alright. So, okay. Hopefully. Otherwise, yes, this question is from Mince. And Mince is my lovely wife who is enjoying her time now in Japan. Yeah. And so she asked Michi, it's like, oh, she's so stupid. I love that in a gal. Does Michi have any favorite Earth foods? And what are her favorite Earth things? So, it's so funny. I don't know. I'm doing this as a funny thing. Like, I was just like, oh, okay. Draw Michi like looking at the menu and stuff. And I just wrote, I was just lazy, so I just wrote down Earth menu. And I just misspelled Earth. I just ERF. And I think it's just like, oh, it's a little bit of a mistake because I don't want people to think that like Michi is stupid. I think she's... The thing is that Michi is literate enough. She's literate enough. Man, I never really thought about that actually. But like, I would assume that like whoever she talks to in Earth, she can talk. That's more than literate. That's like she knows every language. Would she know every language? Is she that smart? She kind of knows like astrophysics, or at least kind of. Man, I don't know how to answer that one. The thing is that like, you know, she have to kind of come to Earth in some way, in one way or another. She had to come to Earth. So that's my explanation for like, oh, that's kind of like my basis for like saying like, oh, Michi's smart enough to know astrophysics to be able to pilot herself to be able to come to Earth. It's not like she teleported to Earth or anything like that, or she stepped out a portal or anything like that. So no, she has physically come by through space like a meteorite and landed on Earth. That is a lot more info that, yeah, there's just a ton of info that it's so difficult for me. Even though I draw so much, it's like, it's so difficult to answer everything. So it's just tough. Anyway, back to this. So my sort of headcanon here, headcanon to my own canon, is that like someone else, some other character drew this out as a joke and they don't know how to spell Earth properly. To them, Earth is spelled ERF. That is Earth. So that's funny. Well, I find it funny. And this is, I think it's literally, this is just, it was just two. Yeah, so the first one was Michi's answer is that my favorite food from Earth would have to be dumplings, which is, it's literally my why. Like I think dumplings are my favorite food. Like the other time we had a Dungeon Meshi stream, me and Minz had a Dungeon Meshi stream, and we asked the question like, oh, what's our favorite Dungeon Meshi food? Which dish from Dungeon Meshi do we like the most? And for me, I think I answered that it was the, like, besides the dragon one, it was like the dumplings with the mushrooms. You know, you can change you can put the dumplings with the mushrooms and it becomes like what, spring rolls, or like basically the dumplings of like different cultures and from different civilizations and cultures and stuff, you know. I think I love that a lot. So dumplings for me, it's like, the reason why I like dumplings is that like it's a dish that's prepared with a lot of care and love in my eyes. It's like you could have just fried the meat and the rice and stuff, you know, but you made it into a dumpling and it's just this very nice, neat, cute little package that's just like, when you prepare it well and stuff, it can just be like, it contains all the juices inside of it, and it just like, it's a nice, like, just like, you don't feel it, you don't feel that you don't feel guilty eating dumplings, you just feel like you can just keep going for it. It's so good. It's just this nice little pouch, this little bite of a package. It's just so nice. I just like, sorry, my mouth is like watering already. I had so much to eat earlier on. Yeah, there's so many different forms of dumplings, you know. So for me, that's the part that I like about dumplings. And like, I think the part about like dumplings being like in kind of like a lot of different cultures, that could be a thing that like I would say Michi likes about it as well. Besides it being delicious, I think it's that as well. Like, it's a kind of celebration of like cultures and stuff, you know, when you have like the food representing the culture, you know. I think that's something that she can appreciate, she wants to appreciate. So she says, my favorite food from Earth would have to be dumplings. Deliciously seasoned meat, comfortably tucked into a wrap and bursting with happiness. Okay, so from this you should be able to tell that like she's definitely not from Earth. Maybe you couldn't tell that she's from an Earthling or something, but like, as in you probably can't tell that she's an alien. I don't know. She looks sci-fi enough that you probably think is the alien, right? And she says like, oh, it's my favorite food from Earth. So she's definitely not from some isekai. I mean, if you really could think about it, maybe she's from some isekai land. I don't know why you would think that, but okay. Yeah. So she loves the dumplings, but in the next one, unfortunately, so okay, this, she follows up by saying, unfortunately, the closest dish that resembles it now is the crab lice puffs. Meat from kaiju lice boiled over days before being stuffed in dough made from... Ugh. I don't want to continue. So the thing about this is that I think my explanation for this is that it should allude to the fact that the Earth that she is in right now is different from the Earth that we are in today. For me, I would say that I wouldn't really beat around the bush. I would say that like, this is a post-apocalyptic future Earth, a future of Earth where kaiju have invaded and stuff. So this is basically sets it up that like, oh, Earth is different. What the hell are these dumplings? And what are these like meat from kaiju? And then there's like kaiju lice as well. So it makes you think that like, okay, yeah, there's kaiju, right? And the kaijus are living beings. And so I thought like, okay, parasites, right? You know, sometimes, you know, there's a lot of things like living in us right now, you know, sometimes, you know, like there might be parasites living inside of us, like we can't see it, they're very microscopic and stuff. I feel like kaijus are kind of the same way, is that they are large enough and they carry so much mass and energy, and something that some other creature can find and sort of live off of you, like eating your dead skin, for example, or something like that, or sucking out your blood, you know, like the lice, the kaiju lice, basically like they attach themselves to the kaiju and they float through space and they just live off the kaiju. So the lice are kind of kaiju in itself. I have not drawn the lice. I Yeah, I don't know if I want to draw them. I'm gonna have to draw them eventually. So, the meat from the lice. I imagine the lice is like a, basically imagine like a giant crab, and they took the meat from the inside of the crab. But it's a lice. It's not a crab. It's a lice. It's freaking disgusting. It's an insect basically. So you take the meat out and you boil it over days to kill the, like, sort of kill the smell and like the weird taste from it. And then it's like stuffed in dough made from how to say, I want to say it's like dead skin. It's kind of like dead kaiju skin. I don't know. I would have to think of, I don't know. It's a bit wild. I kind of like, you kind of have to like give me the benefit of the doubt. It's a little bit like Dungeon Meshi when they say like, oh yeah, you can eat this, you can eat that and stuff. It's just like, what the hell? I'm not gonna eat that freaking what do you call it? That, you know, like they're just eating an egg from a chimera, for example, and it's like, yeah, it's just an egg. It just tastes like any other egg. But the thing is that, like, you know, I'm pretty sure if you taste an ostrich egg, it's gonna be different from our usual chicken eggs. Like a duck egg already tastes different. A quail egg is like kind of different as well, I guess. So I'm like, you know, there are so many birds on the earth, and there's a reason why we primarily eat chicken, I think, compared with, you know, like there are so many pigeons out there, there are so many crows out there. Would you want to eat a crow or a pigeon? Technically I've eaten a pigeon before. I went to Egypt way back when I was a kid, way back when I was younger, and like we ate pigeon and I was like, this is pretty good. I think it was pigeon. The thing about it is that like it's a lot less meaty than like chicken. That may be why we also primarily go for chicken, because like they are a lot easier to rear. Plus they're like, I think based on how much we inject them with like whatever hormones and stuff, like they just kind of like, you get a lot more meat out of that. Pigeons are a lot more lean, but the meat tastes pretty good. There's a little sweetness to it. Same. Yeah, sorry, I got carried away, but yeah, the thing I want to say is that like it's very difficult to envision like how kaijus are edible, because like they seem very toxic to eat. So I kind of have to suspend my disbelief when thinking of some of the food here, and be like, oh yeah, the dough from this is made from like grinded like kaiju skin or hair or something like that. So when it's like it's deep fried, it like it turns green in color or something like that. And there's like the oil itself is like the oil itself, like say for example, like, oh, you take the oil from like some of the fat from the skin of the kaiju, and like I'm not really sure, I think you have to suspend your disbelief, but basically what this kind of sets it up as well is that this crab lice puffs, these are not really say a delicacy. It's not say people aren't eating kaiju out of fun, basically. If they had a choice and they could have just, you know, like regular dumplings, if they could have like regular dumplings over like kaiju dumplings, people would rather eat, I think people would rather eat the normal dumplings, you know, rather than a rancid, toxic, whatever crap that is, crab lice puffs. Yeah, so this basically sets it up such that like in the world that Mishi is in, people don't have regular food anymore. And you know, dumplings are like, those are cheap food. Those are cheap food that like is in a sense pretty easy to prepare. Like it's it's a very homemade kind of food. It's not like truffle wagyu don, that kind of thing, or it's not like, you know, it's like it's the same as noodles. You know, it's something cheap. It's in sort of invaluable. It's not, doesn't have a high value to it. So like, why is it so difficult to get normal dumplings, to eat normal dumplings? And it's because in this place that Michi is in, this earth that Michi is in, there aren't any more dumplings, or there's no more ingredients to make dumplings, or no one is making dumplings anymore. The only dumplings that they are making is stuff like crab rice puff that they have to make out of like kaiju materials and ingredients that, like ingredients that they scour from the remains of a kaiju, for example. Heck, not even the kaiju. Like, this is from the lice that was on the kaiju, and is the setting that Michi's in. That is like, it's so dire that like people have to hunt for like, you know, different kinds of food, and like the food here is no longer chicken or pork or beef, but it's kaiju. That's, kaiju is on the menu. Kaiju is on Earth's menu here, and that's the whole setup for this one. So I'm really thankful. It's a simple question. It's such a simple question. Like Min's asking like, oh, what's Michi's favorite food? And I turned it into like something that like is basically, I want to answer things that is not just like something about Michi, but rather something about like where Michi is, and just kind of set things up, you know. So I don't know if people read this and like they think about that kind of stuff, but that's kind of why I'm doing the stream, just in case that like, I think it's not really to answer. I think it's also just for me to like, it's for me to yap. I enjoy yapping actually, and I haven't been streaming for a long time, and I've been wanting to, because I didn't want to get myself distracted from like drawing art and stuff, because that's primarily the thing that I want to be known for, and this thing that I want to do. So that's what I decided to do, sorry rambling, but yeah, that's why I wanted to stream today and just talk about this so I can get it off my chest. So it's kind of less of what I think people want to get, but rather just I'm drawing for myself basically. I want to think about it in terms of me. It's just like, it's just something I'm kind of working on, whereas like I think sometimes I'll be kind of burnt out and like depressed and stuff, and like Min to remind me that like instead of like trying to like draw to like make people like you, or like make people like your art, I think draw with the idea that, you know, you're enjoying it, and people liking it is more of a side effect of it. And I think honestly that is a lot healthier, and that like you have, sometimes you just have to push yourself first. In this day and age, I think sometimes you need to push yourself first, you know, without, I'm not saying be selfish, but I'm saying that like sometimes you need to think about your needs and stuff. So that's what I've been trying to do. And so this kind of Michi's Q&A series, I just been a little bit more laid back, and I was just like, okay, I just want to like draw a little bit more comfortably, draw what I want, you know, rather than drawing something that's like, you know, if I wanted to draw something that people would like, I would continue drawing more Pokemon. I would be continue to drawing more like, geez, I don't know, FF14 or something like that, whatever is like popping on Blue Sky and stuff. I'll be drawing like porn or something, but I'm choosing not to do that because I rather, you know, draw more about Michi. So let me just drink a swig and I'll set up the art nights again. Alright, there's our third row. Hold on. Oh shit, right, I'm in studio mode. I forgot. I guess I wasn't gonna get that. I guess I wasn't gonna get that freaking screenshot of repressor after all. Alright, so my dumbass, like, I was like, yeah, I'm in studio mode, but I'm just like, yeah, I forgot that, like, me changing the size of this does not reflect in studio mode until I transition it. I forgot about that. I'm so sorry, but we haven't gotten Bologna yet, so we are still rolling and trying to get Bologna. We already got Repressor, so thank goodness, because she's a splash caster that everyone seems to be excited over, because we haven't gotten a splash caster in a long time. And the thing is that I've been using Centella. I think she's cool. Oh shoot, shoot. Demetri Sertado, what? Demetri Sertado Belloni. Okay, he better say this when he comes home. He better say this when he comes in this pool. Ha! Oh, freak. I wanna roll again. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Okay, hold on. Transition. Nope. We're here to talk about my art. Not for Arknights. Not primarily for Arknights, that is. Alright, who's here in Glasgow? Miss Christine! Oh, kitty cat. Oh, you chumps are here too. You three chumps. Alright. Kitty cat. Alright. Well, it's not like you guys can see. It's really tiny down there. Plus, I want to look at my art. You guys see stuff? Alright. Okay. Alright, so this is the third question. Second question from Blue Sky. So this question comes from Vento Libre. I don't know if I pronounced their name correctly, but this is their username. So they ask, does Michi have a favorite martial or melee weapon? If so, what is it and why? And that is a great question. It's such a simple question, but like, it's these simple questions that is honestly kind of general. That's why I have to like kind of focus them down sometimes as well, or sometimes build on them. So for this question, they want to know how Michi. Well, I mean, they didn't say how does Michi fight. It's more of like, you know, alludes like what is Michi's favorite weapon, or like how does she fight? What weapon does she use to fight and stuff? So, oh, I honestly feel that I kind of popped off with this drawing. I don't know why. Sorry, I'm stretching myself right now. Yeah, do a stretch, guys. Remember, do your stretches. Oh, it's nice to stretch your arms. Oh, it's nice to stretch your arms. Sorry, I get carried away. It just feels so. It feels so good. It feels so good. Yeah. Okay. So, I just checking if I muted myself at some point or something like that. Okay. So, God, I just feel like I really popped off with this drawing. Anyway, if you want to have a good look at this drawing, you can check me out on Blue Sky on Ko-Fi as well. So my second drawing for this would be Michi answering. Well, as a ranger, I primarily received training to combat enormous kaiju. This suit gives me the power to amplify force, which enables me to match a kaiju's strength. Allow me to demonstrate on this dummy behind me. Okay, so God, I just love I think sometimes when I'm just like, this is when I'm like, I'm feeling really good, and then I draw the art, and then I draw the art really good, and it looks so nice, and I get really excited about it. I love the art. Sorry, it's just me gushing over my own art. I have to say, I think it's nice that I can say like I like my art, because like a lot of times I think I'll be very self-depreciative of my art and my skills. So I'm glad I can say that I really like this art. I just look back at it and I'm just like, man, I like this art. I like this. I like how I drew Michi here. So first thing to allude to, She calls herself a ranger. Could you say a powerful ranger? Maybe she is a powerful ranger. A tokusatsu hero wannabe, perhaps? Michi. Yeah, so she calls herself a ranger. No idea what the hell that is about. Maybe you'll find out later on and stuff. But yeah, she identifies herself as a ranger. And so, another thing is that she received training to combat the kaiju. She's not an alien that like just happened to come to Earth and then it's like, oh, there's kaiju, now I must fight it and stuff. No. She has as a ranger, right? So a ranger is her profession. You can think of it as like I wouldn't even say Power Rangers, that's the thing, because Power Rangers are like powers that are bestowed onto human earthlings that allows them to fight to protect like the earth and stuff, you know, from like the aliens and all that. Wait, what's her name? Ropessa? Like the... What's the name? Ropessa? Like the butterfly? I don't know. Okay. So, the thing that can be alluded here is that she... Oh, sorry, yeah. I want to say, okay. So, you can think of her profession the same way as Ultraman, for example. Like Ultraman... I know Ultraman is kind of an... in some Ultraman, they are an Earthling as well, or like they are Ultraman that took over a person's body and stuff. But I think in Ultraman, it is basically an alien emissary. I think in the original story of Ultraman, it's basically an alien being. An alien that has come down to Earth chasing one of the kaijus. And they accidentally kill a human. And so they feel bad, and so they kind of like revive that human, but like, you know, with taking over their body and stuff, and like now Ultraman as a vessel, and so Ultraman like uses him to like kind of fight. I think that's the premise. I can't really remember now. I think I watched the first episode and I didn't continue from there. Like, it's on YouTube, I think. But you can think of Michi as Ultraman, basically. So Ultraman is kind of like my inspiration for Michi. Not really, like, there's the Kamen Rider and Rangers and stuff. I think it's basically, I take a lot of facets of like the tokusatsu inspirations that I've had throughout my lifetime, and I just put it on with like, onto like Michi and stuff. I think Michi is definitely inspired after I like watched like Shin Ultraman on the plane, for example, you know. Wait, when was that? Was it not FanFest? No, that means Michi is out already. Okay, yeah, I think I definitely drew Michi out. I definitely have Michi. Like, you see Michi, you see me now. This is the Michi that was there during that time. And at this, when I watched Shin Ultraman, I got inspired to write a lot more. Just kind of like gives me inspiration to like feed into the story that I have for Michi. So you can imagine Michi as like Ultraman, where she's an alien sent to Earth. This time, like, she is trained how to combat the kaiju, and her purpose is to defend Earth. So another thing is this suit gives me the power to amplify force, which enables me to match kaiju strength. So basically it's just so I decided to give Michi super strength, but super strength in sort of the result is kind of the same, super strength, but the execution is different. So basically the way I did it is that, like, honestly, Okay, this is a really stupid backstory. Alright, time to sit up, boys and girls. This is a silly. Alright, okay. So Michi is my OC, and as an OC, if there's other people who has OCs as well, maybe you can relate. But like, it's kind of a fantasy of mine. You know, sort of a reimagining of myself. It's not really like I make this character and I would kind of like project myself onto them in a sense. So in Michi's case here, or in my case rather, one of the things I hate so, okay, not that much, but it's been kind of like my number one enemy throughout life. Maybe not number one, but it's been always there. It's always there. This is an enemy that's been a problem. It's been a problem for me for a really long time throughout my entire life. No matter what I do, it would just happen and stuff. And so I would have to say that one of the things I hate the most is physics. And that, okay, to elaborate, that is not the physics lesson. That is not physics lesson. It's not like maths. It's not like, oh, I dislike maths or like dislike physics. You know, physics is in fact one of my favorite subjects in school. I love it. I love doing the equations, and like I love like figuring things out, and like it makes sense. I like science and like maths coming together to explain things. It's so good. But what I hate is when that physics is freaking unexplainable. When so what I mean by that is like when, say, I'm trying to like, say I accidentally drop this chopstick and I'm trying to catch it, but because it's a chopstick and I try to like hit it, it bounces off my hand and it just spins, and it spins around. I catch it in my other hand and it spins around on that hand as well, and I try to catch it in my leg and it spins around my leg as well, and then it falls to the floor, and then I'm like, fucking, like, damn it. That's basically what I hate. It is not me being clumsy. It is that because of some crazy equations of space and calculations and in real life glitches, like that chopstick just like bounce, and I'm just rolling like net ones, and I can't catch the chopstick. I can't prevent it from dropping to the ground no matter what I do, because the chopstick is just gonna spin and bounce around. because of physics. It's because of the damn physics in this damn world. I hate it. I can't control it. And that leads up to my answer for this, is that basically Michi is my OC, and the stuff that I project onto her is that she's able to control physics to some degree. I'm gonna think about like maybe some other powers that she can do where she manipulates other facets of physics, but like the main part of physics that everyone, their mom knows, is E equals to mc squared, and that is force, the equation for force. Is it? Mass acceleration square force. Yes, that's the equation for force. Yes. Sorry, I have not done any physics equations in like years, so you have to forgive me. But yes, force. So at least for now, I've given Michi the power to amplify and manipulate force. So I think she'll elaborate later on. I'm just gonna like continue on, but like basically to show how she can amplify force, it just translates into like, you know, she has super strength basically. Okay, my audio's still running fine. I'm still okay. My VTube studio is still running. I'm alright. Stream's still running, I hope. Jeez, alright. Okay, cool. Well, cool. Okay, so to the next one. Is a lot of weeaboo sound effects. We got the ta ta ta, we got a ta 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 of like of Michi running and she's charging up her fist, and then we see the dummy kaiju at the back. What a thick boy! Look at that big V shape. Couldn't be a Pokemon. It really isn't a Pokemon. I didn't. It's not a Pokemon. If anything, it's like close enough to like a G-Max. G-Max Dreadnought maybe, perhaps, but the thing is that I did not copy anything. I like Power World, except now is at least Power World is like changed its designs, thank goodness. But not to get into that, dummy thick kaiju, alright. And then kaiju like Michi, like sorry, that sounded so stupid. Michi, oh, I really love this drawing of Michi. I like this drawing of Michi. Man, this comic set was like, it's so inspired. Like, goddamn, I was really enjoying this. I think I was really enjoying this. I was just like, I get to draw a fight scene of Michi. I gotta do it. I gotta freaking do it. And some of it looks a bit weird, like her armor piece over here and stuff. But like, man, he's got like the go. And after he's got like the crater, and then the zoom. Use! Oh, I could hurt myself. Oh god. Fuck this shit. Why am I such a weeb? Okay. I had to try it out. You know, it's either... I can't do cool Japanese sound effects. It looks too... Like, one look at it and you know like, oh, this is drawn by a weeaboo. You know straight from here, this is drawn by a weeaboo. I should have done like English sound effects. What am I doing? I just feel like the English onomatopoeia... Sorry, the Japanese onomatopoeia is something that I prefer a lot more. I like that a lot more than the English sound effects. English sound effects would be like... Boom! Tap 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 or something just like the charging sound effects for like in English would be like which I guess is not too different from Japanese sometimes, but like I prefer Japanese onomatopoeia and stuff. It's I think it's just cool, and like, you know, I should just stop talking. Anyway, I just thought of like, oh, why it would be cool if she had like an ultimate move, you know, like Hisatsu, like, so she goes like crater and impact, boom, and stuff. So I'm cringing. It's so bad, but isn't the effect so cool? And then I have the Japanese onomatopoeia going. Dokkan! Okay, on to the next one. And then the kaiju explodes in like green explosion in the back. Don! And it's like, shoo, the steam coming out. Shoo. Fucking hate. Ah, stupid! Okay, and then Michi says, okay, I actually don't really like the drawing. Michi looks very off here for some reason. I don't know, she looks very weird here. Okay, she says, in theory, however, if there could be a weapon capable of withstanding the strain it will receive, then I would prefer a long weapon with a straight, sharp edge that would allow my force to be applied on a thin surface to slice kaiju. Yeah! And that's just the icon of a long sword from Monster Hunter. Yeah, I just colored it a little bit. Yeah, it's just there to, because if I'm not wrong, like Vento followed me for my Monster Hunter stuff, so I decided to like, oh, maybe, I don't know if you feel like it's a cop out for me to just say like, oh yeah, I just use my fists. So I had it such that like Michi will also answer that, be like, oh, if she could, she would also, I think like what will work well with her powers is a sort of a weapon that can withstand the force that she applies or something like that. And it's like, oh, if you apply the force in a very like a very tiny point of contact, then that's how you slice and you get through all the molecules, you know, you slice through all the materials and stuff, you know. So I think that will be really cool. Maybe it is kind of a tease to like something that I could plan on in the future and stuff, you know. I think that's really cool. I do like this landing pose. I think I got it out quite well. Yeah. Yeah. And then Michi's doing like the strong pose here, like, yeah. If I make her have a smug face, that'll be pretty cool, I guess. But the eyes are a little bit weird. Flip. Maybe it's just the bottom part of her face? I think her eyes are too close to each other. Yeah, okay, now that I'm looking at this, I think her eyes, her right eye is too close, it's too in. Okay, I need to do something about that. I will take note and not do that. Or hopefully someone remind me to do that. No, I gotta remind myself about that. Okay, so one thing that I have to say, okay, so this is a comic strip that is a lot more of a action showing. Is the action showing the action is like the answer to everything more than the words. But one thing is that, so the main sort of design sense I had for Michi is that like she has a scarf, and that's the main part about her. So like you can see tiny Michi over here. So when the thing is that I had to sit myself down, and when answering this question I had to sit myself down to properly visualize how the hell would a fight scene between Michi and a 1,000-foot, 100-foot tall like kaiju look like a 200, I don't know how much is a foot. This is like a 20-story tall like kaiju, 30-story tall kaiju and stuff. So like basically how does a tiny speck of a person fight kaiju? So visually how I wanted that to be represented, how I want people to be able to take note like where the hell Michi is when she's put up against this gigantic kaiju, is that like you have this blue scarf that's like leaving a trail behind her, and like the scarf that Michi has is don't think of it as a physical, like normal physical scarf. Think of it as like, think of Michi's scarf as Gamagori from like Kill la Kill. This like big guy that like for some reason like in some scenes he's normal sized, but he's a big guy, and in other scenes he's become a gigantic Donkey Kong, like he's become a King Kong sized like monster of a man, and like that's Gamagori, you know, that's his whole thing. That's freaking amazing, right? That's the freaking essence. I love Gamagori, he's so cool, such an interesting concept. So that's kind of the design philosophy that I had for like Michi's scarf, is that it's something that like it's extendable and it can change size. At least it's a little bit of a fourth wall breaking thing. No one is going to address it in universe, but it's for us to like be able to see where Michi is. She's a tiny speck, and like she has to be able to be traced somehow. So her VFX, basically the VFX is the thing. So you have to have like the big gigantic blast to see where her impacts lie, like where her punches like connect and stuff, and then you have the blue scarf to be able to really pinpoint like her trail and trajectory and stuff. Like I like the scarf basically for that. It's like you can be able to tell like, oh yeah, the direction that she moved in. It's kind of like that constant trail around her. So it's a lot more than just a fad for fashion. Like geez, like if you didn't have If you didn't have, let me see, where's Michi? No. Hold on. What? This? Oh, I guess so. I don't know. Like, if Michi wasn't there, like if the scarf wasn't there or anything, like it's gonna be extremely weird, right? Let me see if I can like mask out Michi scarf or something like that. Like, say for example, like. God, it's so weird. Like, drawing Michi without a scarf, like... This is how, like, some Power Rangers look like. Like, they don't always... Not all Kamen Riders or, like, Power Rangers have scarves. So, like, they will just look like this. And it's so, like... It's so lacking. Like, that's the thing about... my idea of, like, the skin suits and stuff, right? Like, it's already such a form-fitting like design that, like, for me it needs to be a lot more interesting. So I added a scarf so that there's something a lot more flowy, because I am not going to do like stuff like what Genshin does or some other games does, like where they add like frills and like clothing items onto a suit and stuff, and like I think Sunrise is cool, but I think for this case, basically it's not really for fashion sort of thing. The suit that Michi wears is a lot more of a utility rather than something. If there's fan service, it's just me. It's just you have to break the fourth wall to answer that question. But like, oh Michi, why is you wearing a skin suit that has like showing your underboob and stuff? And it's like you break the fourth wall and I have an answer for you. It's basically that like I like underboobs. That's it. I like seeing underboobs, so I design my OC with underboobs. And that's the true answer. And so yeah, but like yeah, besides that, I just decided to like put on like some armor on her as well, just a little bit, so that she still feels like she's not super bulky like some Kamen Riders would look like as well. Kamen Rider armors actually tend to look quite bulky, and it's great because like that breaks up the silhouette and all that stuff. But for Michi, I'm like, I'll break it up a little bit, enough that like she looks like she's definitely wearing armor and stuff. It's still a noticeable like silhouette for her. But yeah, that's Michi. I still really love this drawing. Gosh, alright. Yeah, so also you do get to see her use her quill. So basically this thing that she has here is called a quill. Hold on. This thing here is called a quill. This thing right here, that's a quill. And it's what, you know, Kamen Riders have like the things that they press, or like, you know, Sailor Moon has a wand and something, Cardcaptor's Gura has her staff. Like, all magical girls and guys and boys and girls and they and thems like have something that helps that, like they use a tool to transform to henshin, you know. So for her is this, and then she does this, she presses it, there's a little button on it that she presses that basically activates her sweet power move and stuff to amplify the force of her punches. Yeah, so that's basically how that works. It's there's sometimes she would press it, like, you know, Kamen Riders would like press the thing and it says like ready, and there will basically be the ready to do the final rider kick against the villain, and then they'll explode once they get kicked and stuff. So basically that's Michi's version of it. Yeah, so I think that establishes that. Let me bring up the next one. Yeah, this is a little bit more relaxed. Let me drink some water. Yeah, I'm starting to talk and like it's been a while since I streamed. It's only been like an hour 30 minutes and I'm already feeling parched. By the way, remember, if you follow me, you can have a look at, you're able to use these emotes. You're able to use these emotes on my stream. It's all Michi. All different expressions. Yeah! Okay. Now, it's time for another roll on Arc Knights. What is going on with Chen? What the hell? She's riding a bike. Okay. Yo, Miss Christine is so big. That's right. Wow. Okay. So this is my 4th 10 roll. I honestly don't have that many. I don't have that many comic pages left. I'm gonna see how this goes. Okay. All right, Demetrius said that's fuck your name. I don't know how to say your name. Demetrius Cetaldo Bellone. Demetrius Cetaldo Bellone. Why is it not Cetlado or something? Cetaldo. Demetrius Cetaldo Bellone. Okay, I'm saying that in the most. Sorry, I'm really sorry if I'm being racist or anything like that with the voice impressions, the accent impressions. Okay, so this is our 4th roll, and it's gone. Oh, we got Jackie! Jackie again. Okay. Because I have 3 comics left, do I want to do another roll? Sorry if you're hearing me burp. I'm so sorry. I ate a lot for dinner. I basically went over to my parents' place and like they were serving like popiah and like komba pao, so it was really nice. And I gave them some of my tofu as well. I forgot to upload a photo of that. I forgot to upload a photo of my lunch. Okay, the thing is that if I get bologna on the next roll, right, that means I'm gonna like probably stop Arc Knight. So the next comic is gonna be another short one. So okay, we'll do the next comic first. Sorry, bologna. Give me a second. Oh boy, I'm yawning now. Oh yeah, but look at this, yeah. It's wifey. Oh yeah, we did a hot pot. Guys, get around the hot pot table, we eating beef. Oh man, hot pot. Oh, hot pot seems good. Oh god. Oh shit. So tempting to eat hot pot, man. I can't eat a hot pot without beans. Oh, she's gonna scold me. Oh, but sometimes she orders mala without me as well. Damn it. No, I'll wait for Miss to come back, then I'll get mala with her. We'll get mala together. Because I want to have mala with me. Ordering mala for like one person just is honestly a little sad. If it's 2 people, you get a share, you know, it's really nice. Alrighty, next comic. What question we have here? We got a question from Des, who came onto the stream last time and actually donated to my Ko-Fi for the was it filet mignon steak? Was it filet mignon? It definitely wasn't Chateaubriand steak or some shit. I think it was like filet mignon. It was I was mentioning it filet mignon during a Monster Hunter Story stream, and like I was like, oh man, I don't know, I've never eaten filet mignon before. I have no idea how it tastes like and stuff. I'm pretty sure it's just gonna taste like beef, but it's probably gonna taste like really good beef though. So I never got around to doing it because I feel kind of bad because in the end I needed to basically use that money to like fuel me for like you know, my Thai fun expenses for like the next like 2 weeks or something like that. Like, it's either I ate a filet mignon that's expensive and it just costs like $50 or something like that, or I saved that $50 for like basically like maybe 10 meals of like cheap Thai fun or something like that. So I'm not exactly rich, so, and like there was a I'm really thankful for the tip from Des. I think eventually shit, I don't know, man. I hope things work out and I am able to try out a filet mignon like in my life, at least once in my life, you know. At least in that would be in respect to Des, you know. Cheers to him, cheers to Des, you know, for like giving me that tip. That's my first ever tip on Ko-Fi. It's been my only ever tip on Ko-Fi so far, and I've been really appreciative of it. Honestly, it's like people giving me money is like, it blows my mind. Like people giving me money for like streaming or like doing anything that like creative that I like is like it blows my mind. I don't know. Anyway, okay, so thank you so much for the question and thank you so much for the tip, Des. Your question is, how do your goggles lens stay attached? Do you have backup or replacement lenses when they break? And do they come in other colors? So, okay, just gonna answer off the bat, they do not come in other colors. Or I honestly don't have any ideas to like change the color of it, because I feel like the yellow goggles for Michi is one of those very brand identity things for her. So I'm probably not gonna change it up. But yeah, so I have this absolutely cute drawing of Michi like just lounging in the chair here, and she's just like drinking it from this juice box with like her hair pinned up with this like meteor streak like hair clips and stuff. Yeah, so I don't know, it kind of looks like the office chair that I have on right now, honestly. I don't think that's doxing me, it just looks kind of like a little bit like my office chair. I didn't really want to think of like putting Michi in a room yet. I just wanted to like put Michi like lounging on something, so I just put an office chair. It's a little funny, it's a little fourth wall breaking, but I just wanted to do this because I felt it was cute. It was cute. And I think I drew her ear out here too much. Now I look at it, oh god, that's really monkey ears. She got the monkey ears there. Oh, alright. Okay. Oh no, not the Japanese onomatopoeia again. Holy shit, it says puni puni. But I like puni puni because it just basically means that like it makes it such a like if it was in English it would say bounce bounce, but like, you know, this spoink? I think I have a lot more exposure to, or like a lot more recent exposure at least, to like Japanese manga than like English stuff, so I don't really know a lot of like English sound effects. Maybe it's also because of the hentai. But yeah, like puni puni. So this goes to show, and Michi will answer, like This might surprise you, but my goggles are made from a sticky nectar, extracted from my quill. This nectar forms a bouncy gel that cushions my eyes from small impacts, shields it from fast winds, and clears kicked up dust. Okay, so, was there anything else? I think that's the main utility of it that I have covered here. Basically that Michi, sorry, let me just put it down. Like Michi's goggles are like they are soft and like they are really like jelly like and stuff. And the thing is that this part that says like it forms a bouncy gel that cushions my eyes from small impacts, shields it from fast winds and clears kicked up dust. So this further emphasizes that the suit that she has. Why is this part uncolored? Holy crap, this is not colored. Oh my god. Ah crap. Okay, so basically this emphasizes that the suit that she's wearing is designed for battling kaiju and stuff. Basically like to sort of shield herself from like, you know, these small impacts and like, you know, when you're fighting kaijus there's gonna be a lot of movement, there's gonna be a lot of debris and all that flying and stuff. Oh hey Des, hey, hello. Wait Des, I didn't know how long were you over there? I didn't see you. Sorry, all my messages of like the whole file was like just drawn in my chat. Good evening to you Des, welcome to the stream. It's been a long time. This is basically the question that you were asking like last time. I don't know if you remember, it's been quite a while back. You were asking about Michi's goggles. You just came in. Nice! Welcome to the stream. Yeah. So this is me answering the question about like Michi's goggles. So it's bouncy and stuff, it's designed that way, and I think it's because I feel like if it was like normal glass goggles, I feel that's a lot more brittle. But the thing about it being like, you know, bouncy and nectar and stuff, right? It's also running the risk of, you know, sharp, pointy objects. So that's a little bit there's a little bit of a complication that I didn't mention in my answer here, but yeah, that is a kind of a loophole about her suit's design and stuff. They're like, she's not entirely protected, but it helps a little bit in some of the utility that like it kind of like shields her eyes and stuff from like all the winds and all that kind of thing. There's a certain hardness to it as well. I think it's a little bit unclear, I would say, but just know that it's puni. And then the third one is this is honestly a lot more of a funny answer. It's just like, additionally I can shape it into any form I want, and I'm just like she can make like a heart-shaped spectacle, she can make the Gurren Lagann like sunglasses as well, the freaking Kamina glasses, Kamina shades, hell yeah. She could have made the Chuni eye patch as well. And then these sets, like these round spectacles, these spectacles are my favorite. These are like the round spectacles that she likes and stuff. It's a little bit like, man, even I cannot elaborate like how she controls this goggles. It's just a liquid that she can just control. It's like a little bit of a part of her, I guess, a part of her suit, and it comes from the quill. Yeah, so that's just, this is just like a very funny thing. I think it's just really cool that like there's like you managed to like ask something kind of like extremely specific to Michi. It's not a very general question, and like I just like thought of like some like, oh like okay, yeah, you asked a really good question, a very specific question. I was like, here's this funny answer, this funny joke answer and stuff. And I go beyond and just say like, oh yeah, so the nectar actually tastes kind of suspiciously like the juice from Earth. The Earth fruit mango. Mango. Yeah. Yay! Des can use the stickers as well. Yay! It took forever, but like thanks for like following so far, and like I'm streaming. At least I'm at least streaming now, so like you're able to use the stickers here, the emotes. Yeah, the mango milk. Mango is my favorite fruit, so I'm just gonna say that it's Michi's favorite fruit as well, just because she probably doesn't have a very easy access to fruits at the moment, or like she doesn't really have any access to any fruits at the moment. No earth fruits for her. So I'm just gonna say that like this is a little bit of breaking the fourth wall, that she knows how mango tastes like. But also the thing about this is that this comic shows that when Michi doesn't have the goggles, cause Michi's goggles are like, this is how her eyes look like with the goggles. These are how Michi's eyes look like with the goggles, and very rarely do you see Michi without her goggles. And without her goggles, she has pink eyes. Her eyes are pink. She still has the blue irises, but yeah, she has pink eyes. Interesting. Very weird. I don't think anyone has pink eyes. And like, isn't pink eye kind of like is it a disease? Is it an illness or something? It's an infection, is it? No, it's actually a disease, isn't it? Yeah, pink eyes sound bad. Pink eyes sound bad. I was like thinking of like what kind of like color eyes I want to give Michi, and I don't really want red color eyes as well, because like to me that feels too similar to her hair color. So instead I went with something like pink, you know. I didn't want like gray color or brown color eyes. I didn't want blue color eyes. Yeah, I did not want blue color eyes. Green color eyes does not fit at all. Yellow color eyes would just be a bit too like, it's just, if Michi had yellow color eyes, then like the goggles going on Michi's yellow pupils would be a bit weird color wise. So that's why I went with pink eyes instead. Yeah, it's an eye infection. So Michi just, I guess it's just kind of a fourth wall breaking thing. It's just like Michi just is like, you know, it's just kind of a funny thing. Like Michi has like pink eyes now. Michi has pink eyes forever. She was born with pink eyes. It's cute, don't you think? It's a little cute little pink eyes. It's cute pink eyes. I don't know. Could be red eyes like the Yu-Gi-Oh dragon. I thought of red eyes before, but like I don't know. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me change it. Let me change your eyes. Okay. Red eyes. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, hold on. Let me. Give me a second. Color? Okay. Ara? Eh? Huh? Hold on. Oh, whoops. Sorry. Wrong way. Maybe let's do a hue saturation change for this. Yeah, red eyes? Yeah, I think I tried red eyes before, but like it was kind of scary. It's a little scary. Yeah, it looks evil. Yeah, sure does. Oh god. Holy crap. If it was darker. Okay, maybe it was darker. Oh god, shit. Her eyes look hollow. Okay, hold Okay, hold on. I think I know why. Give me a second. Where's my pen? Oh shit. Alright, cool. I need to fix this shit. No matter what, she looks crazy. She looks like someone from Dead Man Wonderland. She looks like a murderer from Dead Man Wonderland. I never watched Dead Man Wonderland. I just feel like Dead Man Wonderland is very like white and red color theme. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the eye infection. I'm gonna stick with the eye infection of the pink eyes. I'm just like pink is cute, yay! It's like Michi's whole color theme is pink anyway, so I'm just like pink. All right, yeah. I think pink might be better. I'm gonna stick with pink. Do not save this, God. All right. Let me bring up the next one, which is oh boy, okay, it took a while. I hope this is safe to show on stream. Twitch, don't ban me. You certainly want to use this for your Gen AI shit, even though I opted out of it, right? By the way, yeah, if you want to, you should if you want, it's up to you if you want to opt out of like the Gen AI thing on your Twitch account, even for like viewers like you. It's something that they have defaulted you to be opted in, which is very kind of yikes. It's a little bit, I feel like it's a breach of security and privacy, because it literally is in the security and privacy settings tab in Twitch, but they have it opted in by default without our consent. So it's like, what? I mean, maybe it has our consent because we just click the terms and conditions like, yes, I've read it, even though we haven't. So kind of bites us in the ass with that, but yeah. Anyway, on to the next one. And that means more Arknights. Okay, so there, sorry. Lend me your strength, lend me your power, but at the same time, I don't really need all that. I don't need all that power, because like I have a lot of gacha funds. I'm basically I'm prepared for this moment. I'm being prepared to gacha, so I'm gonna gacha now and try to get this character, which is it's lagging. God, that took so long. By the way, this is a PC client for Arknights. Looks so cool. Look, I can poke his face with this little skeletal cursor. Dimitri Ceratao do Bellone. This is who I want to get. So this is my 5th 10 roll. Please? How do you say please in Italian? Shit. Maybe I should say how do you say please in Italian? I don't have my Google Chrome up, so I'm not gonna bring it up again. Por favor? Yo, por favor! Por favor! Yo, we got the flaming bag! Alright. Let's go, Dimitri Ceratao Bellone. It's the 7th one.
I am Grace Bearer, a nun from
Wait,
Bolivar.
do I have you maxed out?
Give
I
me
don't
your
know.
hand, Doctor.
I
And
like her
our
design a
Lord shall
lot. She
grant
looks so
you his
cool, and
blessing.
she uses a hammer. Characters who use hammers are really cool. I love characters who use hammers, especially in Monster Hunter. Okay. 3rd, 4th, 5th. It wasn't 6, right? Okay. The next one. Dimitri Ceratao Bellone. Yo! Oh shit! Yes! Yes! Awesome! I didn't get a dupe! Yes, it's another man! Give me my man and organize. Hell yeah, give me Tragoria. Holy shit, I still don't have logos. Give me logos as well. Come on, baby. Oh, hell yeah. Yippee! Alright. Oh. Oh my god. Yeah, I have a reason to build up Grace Barrett and Miss Christine now. I wanted to build them, but there wasn't any elementalist like ritualist to like do the sort of like debuff that they do. So I've been like on and off about it, but now I got Tragoria. Holy shit! Yippee! Alright, I'm so happy. Holy crap! Oh, oh, it's so good. I did save this, right? Okay. Sorry, I'm taking screenshots now. Give me a second. Oh shit, whoops. Get a skeletal hand out there. La 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 la. Okay, Demetri Saltado Bellone. Okay, the next comic, I'm gonna go through again. Give me a second. Okay. Alright. Pause and Arknights for a bit. What the hell are you guys? No! No! Girl! Flametail! Okay, well, you guys can't see this, so I shouldn't be spending my time on this. Alright, okay. Okay. This next Michi Q&A is a really long one because I wanted to really visually get it out there. Like basically, this is a question that Ezra asked, and it's an opportunity for me to like really. I have never really visualized how the environment or the stage is like for Michi. Like where is she in? What does Earth look like in this? What does this post-apocalyptic Earth look like? You know, an Earth that's been ravaged by like kaiju invasions and stuff. Kaiju's gone rampant and stuff, you know. So Ezra asks, what kind of weather or climate is her favorite? And to that extension, which weather would make her want to stay indoors and chill, but has to go outside because of her hero duties plus armor? Yeah, so oh man, Ezra's not here because I think she's probably playing her D&D session right now. But Ezra asked this question, which is kind of a simple question, but I think the thing is that Ezra knows about. Ezra was there for like Michi's like day one, and like was she for day one? I'm not sure, but like she knows about the Michi lore. So she knows that like I'm making a post-apocalyptic like Earth setting that's been ravaged by kaijus. So she's kind of curious about that. She's asking about this, and like I wanted to deliver, so I wanted, and especially cause Ezra, I think Ezra's art is freaking amazing. Go follow her on Blue Sky. Her colors and everything, like she mainly draws a D&D character plus like her FF14 War of Light as well. But like I think her command of like color is really good. Her colors and like the way she like roughly sketches out like characters and stuff, like it's like you can tell it's rough, but it looks so good. Like, I don't know, it just feels nice. It's just looking at Ezra's art fills me with joy, and it looks so good. Okay, she's not here, so like she can't stop me from saying this. Anyway, not like she could stop me anyway. So just gonna start off with like Michi looking up into the sky, and she just says here that I miss seeing the stars. So the world that Michi is in from the get-go is very green. Very green. And the second one, sorry, I'm like burping. I had like komba pao, it was really good. Damn. Sorry, Mince, I had komba pao. I know it's your favorite food, one of your favorite foods, but no, I think she has a specific komba pao that she likes. Anyway, so Michi's answer to this, she starts. Okay, this is when I start making it such that Michi is monologuing in her head, like kind of like in a third person, sort of a distance. I don't know how to say it in writing terms, but like she's kind of like has an inner monologue in her head as she's answering the question. So over here, she's like, she answers that I have a newfound appreciation for rain on Earth. Despite the climate being toxic to humans, my blessing grants me immunity to it. So the world is green because it is toxic AF. You have humans that are outside and they're not just dressed in raincoats. They are dressed in they're dressed with like, they have like what, gas tanks and stuff like stuck on their backs. They've got like pipes coming in their mouth. I didn't really like show it too much because I didn't really want to show much of the design. Also, I was kind of lazy to draw, I guess. But yeah, and then they have this like freaking bulkhead door to like enter buildings and stuff. And the inside is like, looks kind of like warm and cozy and stuff. There's a warm light, so there's that warm yellow light to contrast against this green, cold like outside exterior and stuff. So like, yeah, the humans, you can't even see their face. They're like fully clothed and stuff. I think I never played it. I never played it, but I think it's kind of like Death Stranding. I don't know. I actually don't know what the premise of Death Stranding is. I just know that people wear raincoats there, and like the rain is like, it's not toxic, but it does something else. So in Michi's world, the rain is toxic. It hurts people in some ways and stuff. It's not good to be exposed to it. And then you can see Michi here in the background. I just do the tiny little silhouette of Michi hiding in the background, hiding in the ruins of these buildings, by the way. These, God, I was like looking up like buildings. What would buildings look like in I don't know. I think this is one of the struggling things I struggle with, is that like I don't know enough on like how to design an environment. I think I need to do a lot of research and stuff, but basically, if there are kaijus rampaging about the entire damn place, what kind of building are you going to make? That's the question, right? So like, I think for some of these people, okay, one of the best things I would show, Evangelion, right? Besides the mecha and like existentialism and like crazy shit that happens in Evangelion, one of the parts that really stuck out to me about Evangelion that I really love is that it's a place on Earth that is accustomed to kaiju attacks. It is prepared, and like the buildings and everything is built up to combat the kaijus. So basically, like, if you remember, one of the things is that like you see the giant buildings like Japan apartments and stuff, like those buildings, they will go underground and all that, and after the train tracks would change, and then they would bring in tanks from the military base outside as well, something like that. And then like they would have fortified defenses as well. Say for example, like the Ava units have to like hide, take cover behind something because the Angel has a ranged attack. So they put up fortresses, like you forget that Avas are like freaking gigantic, right? When they shoot a bullet, the bullet is like bigger than the size of a car. That's basically it. So like, I love how they captured that the gigantic bullet like falling on the car. Was that in Gundam or was it? Was that in Gundam or was it in Evangelion? I don't remember. But like these mecha shows with it, and like it's just this sense of scale and like what they do and like how these kaiju attacks like changed how people built these buildings out to be, and like how can people still live in a place that's being attacked by kaiju, right? So in this place, at least in this setting, in this scenario right now, at least for this answer, the buildings aren't doing too well. They haven't really collapsed due to like earthquakes and stuff, but they seem to have gotten like blasted by something. You can see like there's basically a gigantic hole in the between like with these two buildings and like the buildings at the back, and you can see like in the very far distance there's another like bunch of like spikes and holes and stuff, and like whatever this looks like, some crystallization or something like that. I haven't really fully thought out of it. Right now it just looks kind of like Originium. A little bit. I may be a little bit inspired by that. But yeah, you can tell that from by looking at some of the buildings and stuff here. So even more emphasis on the buildings. You can see them blasted through. You can see the buildings having the rooms here as well. You can see like the damage is like really huge. It's monstrous. And I think other things you can see in the distance here, I put here like, if you haven't figured out like what these are actually, these are actually these are cannons. These are cannon turrets on top of buildings, because how else is a city going to defend against kaiju if it doesn't have its own armaments? So cannons on top of civilian buildings, and they're currently sheltered from the rain as well. They have like tarps like pulled over them and stuff. It's a little bit difficult to see. I just have it a little rough here. I mean, I have it covered in tarps also because I don't want to draw the actual gun. I think in the back here I had... God, okay, let me... Can I turn some of this shit off? Oh my god, yeah. I have these tracks here. Just on top of like this fortified wall or something like that. This gigantic building. And I just thinking of like, you know, it's the same as Evangelion, you know, with the... Evangelion had the... I'm not so sure if they had... No, they had roads and they had like the military vehicles go on them. But I think like... You know how in Monster Hunter, in the siege fights, you know, against Volcana, when you had like the cannons that you could roll around, or like maybe God Mazios in like the Monster Hunter Generations or For You or the kind of thing, right? They had the cannons that ran on these tracks to like move around to like different angles to like shoot the dragons or the monsters, you know. So that's the idea that I had for this, something like sort of a city that is kind of, it's a weaponized city to attack the kaiju that like are coming to it. Yeah, so instead of like running away from the kaiju, the humans have just set up base here, and they just like outfitted themselves with like cannons and all that to like fight against all the kaiju and such. So over here, Michi says everyone seems to be inside now, And that's like the inner monologue says, thus when I have to perform my duties, I may do so in the cover of rain. Oh. A follow-up to this. Like, yeah, the humans are like, she has, oh right, yeah, okay, a word to take note here. Blessing. I'm not gonna answer much. I don't think I'm gonna answer anything about this, but it's just a word that I just have to underline over here. Her blessing grants her immunity to humans. Sorry, I also gotta say that like I recently been like watching like Epic Name Bros like return to like Dark Souls. Like he's playing the bow, and like I'm just like reminded about like Dark Souls lore and like how like it's written out so nicely. Like you have to read it and the implications in the words and stuff. You have to like get there, like find the connections yourself and stuff. So in a sense, that's kind of like what I can say about like this. You know, when I was writing this, it's just like, oh, I put here like, oh, my blessing grants me immunity to it. So like, Michi isn't born with immunity. She was blessed with the, or I mean, in a sense, it's not like she's not saying that like, I don't know. It's not something that naturally came to her, I guess. That's what I'm saying. If there's anything that this can be alluded to, is that like, I can say that Michi is basically like, saying that her immunity from all this toxic matter and stuff is not, did not come naturally to her. Yeah. So she's immune to it, so she can go around where the humans are hiding from the rain. Then she can go around and like do her patrols, and like she says like, oh, no signs of trouble. She's like looking out for any kaiju and stuff. So, or any humans caught out there, because here we have, I think, one of my first visually like visualized drawing of a kaiju. So this shit is disgusting. Disgusting. Alright. So her answer is basically like, however, with the absence of people comes the appearances of smaller kaiju, scavengers. Small but still dangerous for anyone caught outside shelter. And then she talks to herself like, hopefully everyone stays safe inside. Yeah, like Michi also has to access this like freaking bulkhead like hatch like in the roof of a building and stuff. Oh, there's a little antenna with like the wires and stuff. I wonder what that is. I did not put a shadow for this guy, huh? I did not put shadows for these guys. Frick. Okay. How do I say this? Alright. So these guys are like rats, basically. Okay, I wouldn't say it's not like they are like mutated rats from like, would they be human? Would they be rats? You know, I can't answer that right now. I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be the one with all the answers right now, but the thing is that as a writer, sometimes I just like sometimes as a writer and artist, I just kind of make shit up. And like, I don't really have the full answer for these kind of things. Like, I don't have a sensible answer to this kind of thing. But like, basically, these are creatures that are like considered kaiju, but like, they are a smaller form of kaiju. Basically, you do not see these guys around. I don't know. Maybe you might find these guys in Florida. I don't know. You can find alligators in Florida. I don't know what the hell is out there. But these guys, I don't have a name for them. I'm just gonna call them rats because I gave them a rat tail and stuff. They're kind of scavengers as well. But they basically have these hooks like talons as well. But these are more like to climb. These are used to climb buildings, and then they have these kind of feet. Honestly, I did not study enough biology and like study animals enough to like know what kind of feet animals should have. But I just drew claws, and I just drew these talons because it's like, oh yeah, they can use these for attacking as well as like climbing up buildings and stuff. And they have, okay, I'm talking about the claws, but the elephant in the room, the big obvious part is their eyes and whatever this grotesque mouth is. Sorry, I'm catching my breath and thinking what to do at the same time. Okay, where do I start this? Okay, I think I can start with saying that the way, the design philosophy that I have for kaijus in the setting that Michi's in is that, first off, I do not use Gen AI to like create or conceptualize, or I do not use Gen AI for anything. I do not use Gen AI to like, oh, even though I call this like kaiju, like with the AI like emphasized and stuff, I don't use Gen AI to create my drawings and like conceptualize these things. My idea of it is that, and my design philosophy for this is that kaijus in this setting are sort of creatures with an overcompensation of biological how do I say this? Basically, if you think a kaiju have if you think that a kaiju would have 4 limbs, the kaiju thinks, no, I will have 8 limbs. Screw you. It's like overcompensating and stuff. So basically, it kind of has like another set of limbs for its lips. It has like hands for mouths, basically. It has hands as a mouth. I was also listening to like Guillermo del Toro talk, and I was getting inspired by like his talking and stuff and making grotesque monsters and shit. So basically I was thinking of like it using these kind of like finger like appendages to like scour the floor and feel around the floor to like pick stuff up like easier and stuff, because it, you know, it can't pick stuff up with this. These are claws, it can't pick up stuff with that, so it picks it up stuff with its finger like lips and stuff, and it pulls it into its mouth. So god damn, this is so disgusting. It's so disgusting to look at. But yeah, basically my design philosophy is that like the kaiju, I design them to look like they have way too much going on. And that's the thing about like Gen AI stuff, right? I feel like when Gen AI tends to, it doesn't know what it's doing, so it tries to do a lot of things at once. So it tries to make things like overly detailed, even though it can't explain it. It just like, it's kind of scripted that like this is what makes things look cool or it looks nice and stuff, and it just add a whole bunch of details. Also because like Gen AI looks very detailed because it's mishmashing a lot of artworks that is stolen over, you know, a whole database, and it just mishmashes it together, but it doesn't know how to do it properly, so it looks very weird and amalgamated and disgusting. And that's why I wanted to have it visually represented with the kaiju that I have drawn out. It's like they are very they don't make sense. There are creatures that they just don't make sense. Like some of them have a purpose and stuff, but like it's kind of like overcompensating and stuff. You have all these, yes, poison spikes, there's hair and stuff, and it's just like these gigantic eyes that are creepy, but I'm just like, I guess they look good in the night, and I don't know, it's cool. I think another thing to look at is the yellow stuff that's coming out of this. Like, if you can tell what this is a battery pack. So the kaiju is feeding on a battery pack, the energy coming from the battery. So I think this is like a very big clue as to what goes on with the kaiju in my story, what they look like, what their design philosophies are, and what their behavior is like, you know, what do they feed on and such. So from this you can tell it's like maybe some form of energy and such. Whoa, okay, alright, cool. I'm gonna leave it on this screen and I'm gonna bring in Arknights, but also I'm going to go on a BRB screen for example for the moment because I need to grab water. BRB for a bit. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, I have the clip still covered for now. I'm just gonna like draw some stuff over it. You just look at my Arknights, just don't look at anything else, just look at Arknights. Just give me a second. On second thought, I'm just gonna change some stuff here. Alright, okay. Back on Arknights. We're halfway through the comics, so I'm gonna go to hit hunt stuff. God, it takes quite a while to like transition there. Alright, Dimitri. Another one. This is my this is my sixth one. Fifth one, I got freaking Tragodia, which is goated. Okay, hold on. Okay. So, 6th roll. You wishing on a miracle. Oh well, that's shit. Okay. Just because this is a long one, I took a while to talk about my comic. I'm gonna do another one. It's another one. So this is my 70th. But like, you know, the second row after the reset. Basically after 6, I get a 6 star, the kind of like pities kind of reset. Oh, I got another Sirakusan girl. Aroma. Yippee! Cool, alright, okay. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to stop right there. Okay. Alright. R-Nice capture, go back. And okay. Position. Okay. So, continuing on with this, I am so sorry, but I'm a little scared, so I covered up Michi with a sensor. If you want to see the actual like hot ass Michi body, you can see on my Blue Sky or my Ko. Is it on Ko-Fi? I don't think it's on Ko-Fi. I think it's on Blue Sky. I don't know if I will put it on Ko-Fi. Actually, I should put it on Ko-Fi. Otherwise, it might get lost. I think I'm gonna put it on Ko-Fi after all. But yeah, I'll put it on Ko-Fi. Right now, you can see Michi's hotboard there. Right now, okay. So where we left off is that Michi went into a hatch in the top of a building. She basically entered the building and she's now taking a break from the rain and stuff. She stepped right out of a shower, a hot steaming shower. Whoo, yeah. And then there's the window right here. It shows all the greenery lighting that's spewing into here. That's why she looks kind of greenish as well. Okay, so her inner monologue continues. Unless there are major threats, I use this time to rest at home. Rain has always been comforting, but for us here, our comfort comes from a sense of, I suppose, distraction. Yeah, then I have a hand on the window. Oh, okay. Enough of that. Wet Michi. I almost said wetty Michi. Alright, so distraction from the kaiju stalking about beyond the glass. One distraction from the fear of kaiju lurking inside the glass. And distraction from the impending fear of kaijus crashing on us from space. Okay, so this panel, right, it shows the rats a lot more clearly. You see, at least it has 4 limbs. It looks like a freaking disgusting human on 4. Like, that is not an animal limb, that is like a human limb and stuff. It's kind of nasty. Very gross. Well, hold on. Can I check this? Alright. I have this hump on the back because I was thinking in my mind that's like, oh yeah, you know, if you think you cut the head off of this thing, then it's dead, right? But the thing is that it's not. I actually planned that the hump over here is actually where the brain is. The brain is here. And it takes a while for the thoughts to enter the limb. The limb is kind of a functioning, or maybe there's 2 brains. I think basically I put this such a, like, the skull in here doesn't really have a space for a brain. This thing acts more like a limb. It's like, it has 1, 2, 3, 4 limbs. And then this is a 5th limb. The head is a limb of its own. It has its own functions, but also has its own like kind of like behaviors and stuff that's emitted from like signals from the brain that's in here, in the hump on its back. Yeah, that's, you know, cause it's like heavily fortified by like all these spikes and stuff, and like, oh shit, wait, I actually put some blood on there? What? Some dried blood? What? Did I mean to do that? That's nasty. What the hell was I doing? Okay. I think some of the sketches I had showed that I wanted to like draw like a flying kaiju as well, like a kind of like bird like small kaiju. But I was lazy. So, another time. In the meantime, however, there's this fellow. There's this other kaiju here. So the thoughts here is that, like, you know, if there's things coming from space, there's gonna be a lot of things. Space is extremely huge. There are a lot of things out there, including stuff like, you know, it can be from stuff from like Martin the Martian all the way to like xenomorphs. So my idea is that this is something kind of scary like that, you know. You have like little parasitic. If you have the huge kaijus, right, you have the tiny parasites on the kaijus, and those things are also kind of big, like comparatively to humans. They are big enough to like pose a threat and stuff. So there are kaijus that are able to break into the buildings and stuff. Sometimes they're not safe. Sometimes there's like, through kaiju attacks, there are like holes in the walls or something like that. Some things that like people have misplaced or something like that, you know. And this thing is like, it's, I don't even have an answer for what this is. It's, I just wanted something horrifying. I was entertaining the idea of like really horrific stuff. Like this was very Dead Space kind of inspired, I think, a little bit. It does look like the kind of the regenerator, you know, from Dead Space. Some of these limbs look a bit like that. It's like refashioned human flesh into like limbs. So this thing is like, it looks to be made out of some mechanical parts as well. There's wires and like strings and stuff. There's these lights that light up in the dark. I don't know, is that hair or are those tendrils or something like that? I don't know what these are. These are pipes, or hopefully these are pipes because they look like intestines. And is this a real human leg? Because it looks a little mechanical as well. But this looks organic. That right there, that looks organic. And that's, I don't know. Like, I scare myself with like this shit that I drew, man. I don't know what the fuck this is. This is scary. I'm sorry, it's so late at night right now. So like, if people are like, I hope this doesn't give you nightmares, but like, honestly, okay, wait, I actually would be pretty, I think it would be pretty cool if it gave you nightmares. This little like, the nihilist. The nihilist in me is like, oh. But yeah, so there's like threats big and small as well, you know. There's a lot of horrors out there in this world that Michi is in. So like, how the hell do you sleep at night with these creatures? Like, you think you're safe from the creatures outside, and then you have like creatures that can sneak inside the buildings here like this. It's like, what the fuck, bro? Like, xenomorphs, man. Like, xenomorphs can like appear in this shit. I don't know, parasites. Xenomorphs are like, actually, like, they're not parasites, are they? They're like weaponized aliens. Also goes the lore. I think they are parasites, so they lay eggs in people, so yeah. There's that. Jeez. And there's also this huge looming fear. In case you, this is like, in case you forgot about the gigantic kaijus, without warning, the kaijus can land as a giant meteor from space and just land right on top of the city, and it just leaves a gigantic crater like this, just destroying everything. And then before you forget, like, you know, that hole in those buildings previously, this is the same kind of crystal. So like, this was like maybe like a giant beam that was that the kaiju like shot off or something like that, you know. Shit goes crazy. You know, in Ultraman and like all the kaiju shows, like there's a lot of collateral damage. Giant, like Pacific Rim, man, like for example, like so much shit gets broken and stuff, you know. Like how does the city even function with like kaiju attacks, right? Oh, I think Pacific Rim is the other example that I really like to draw inspiration from, about like a society that like has to how society has changed to meet to deal with the threat of like a constant surge of kaiju attacks, you know. Yeah, so that's one of the things. So this is just to remind you of that. And then we have this. So Michi monologues. There's a lot to fear, but the rain muffles our senses to the point where we give in to our tiredness. And for those that have trouble finding rest, sometimes my services go beyond just fighting kaiju. This should be safe enough for Twitch, I hope. But like, yeah, I kind of like this shot that I have of like Michi like staring out the window. Actually, I think it's really nice. I think it's just a very like the comic before this was just like very funny and like energetic like Michi, but here you have like head-on Michi that's kind of like taking a rest from like patrolling and her duties and stuff, and she's just like relaxed after taking a shower and all that, you know. And she's still looking out there like the horrors that's like, you know, the horrors out there, you know. I think that's just like, it just sets a nice mood, like interesting mood, sorry. And then you see like Michi just like drying some clothes. I didn't make the clothes wet, but I think just the clothes are just like dirty or something, and they're just drying out at this like fan unit attached to the wall or something like that, you know. It's like she doesn't have like there isn't a dryer for her to like properly dry her clothes, you know. It's not like she can open the window and dry it out in the sun or something, because there is no damn sun. Like, I don't know. This can, in the first ever page, it's like Michi saying like, I miss the stars. Is that like where she's at? The clouds are constantly blocking out the sun and like whatever's in the sky 24/7. You can't even see anything. So there is no sun, and without sun you don't really have a good crop situation and stuff, so food is scarce and all that. So yeah, and so, oh wow, but the cake though, oh shit, damn the cake. I have to draw the Michi cake. It's just peeking a little bit over there, just in case Twitch tries to like ban me or something like that. Yes, it's a Michi cake, and the Michi, she got cake in a lot of areas and stuff. Not as much as some, unfortunately. I mean, fortunately or unfortunately, I mean, that's fine. She has ample enough cake. What am I saying? So this is just Michi putting on her bunny outfit. And then she says, "Thank you kindly for letting me use your shower, mister. Next time you need company, you just tell boss to give me a holler, okay? So long for now, and stay safe, mister." So more setup, more questions and like answers and stuff. It's just like, okay, so this wasn't Michi at her house. This is not Michi at her house. This is Michi at someone else's house, and she's dressed up as a bunny girl, and she's like putting on a jacket and like leaving and stuff, you know. So she's putting on a jacket to sort of cover herself up. She didn't zip up all the way, girl. You didn't zip up. You're gonna catch all the onlookers and shit, girl. And oh, yeah, so like in the previous comic, she has the round glasses. That's what she wears outside, and her hair down. I I like drawing Michi hair down. She looks, I don't know, she looks very cute. She looks very nice. I like her, the side ponytail and stuff. It's not a ponytail, she just puts her hair to the side here and stuff. And her fringe is just like not crazy and stuff. It's just like lowered and just covering her face and all that. And her hair is like brown color and stuff. It's not like a weird maroon color or like vermilion colored or something like that. Yeah, and she's speaking in a weird Western accent because I guess that's the role that she has to play as a bunny girl. It's a bit weird. I think I have to... This is like lore that I don't know if I'm gonna have to... I need to visualize at some point. I need to explain this. This is so many more questions than answers. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry if my comics are very confusing. I just like to include like a lot of answers and things that like will make people question like and think and like be like, what the hell? Why is she like talking in a Texan accent all of a sudden and stuff? Like I thought her English was like perfect and all that kind of thing. Like she just talks English, talks normally and stuff, and now it's got like accent and stuff. And the things that you remember, like, oh yeah, she's not an Earthling. She's not born from this planet. Also, what's written at the back, if you can tell. Slave system written in graffiti, which kind of sets up that there is also something going on among the humans, at least in the society here. Graffiti and people saying slave system. Some people are not happy with whatever is going on in this society right now. So, I think I will have to think of another character. I think I would think of another character to answer something like that. If there's a question about society here, I think Michi gave an answer in the next comic, but like to elaborate a lot more, I think you have to hear from the other character. Anyway, so basically what Michi does here is that she actually... People have trouble sleeping at night. And one of her jobs is to offer, I'm just gonna say services to help them sleep better at night. I'm not gonna elaborate anymore. Follow me, tip me on Ko-Fi, follow me on Blue Sky and stuff if you want to learn more and support my art. If you want to see any more. But yeah, that's all I can really say. I think she looks cute in a bunny suit. Oh, I love it. Sorry, I just love drawing sexy stuff, honestly. I love drawing the sexy stuff. Yeah. God, I think the Gen AI is going to have to do so many damn hurdles if they want to understand what the fuck I'm going on about. They're gonna have to do so much shit, dude. Okay. Okay, let me load up the next one. This is a big one. So I'm gonna just load this up first. Holy crap. Gamba PC kun. Shit. Oh my god. Help! Help! Running OBS and Arknights in the freaking Clip Studio at the same time. Alright. Time for another one. Which one is this? Okay. Focus selection 70 times. This is a rollover thing, I think. I've rolled 70 times. On my 50th roll, I already got a 6-star. So this is my third roll after the resets. gosh, this really burns through my random, huh? Fuck. Shit, dude. Yo, 1 5-star. Yo, wait, shit. Oh, fuck. I forgot that I don't have a lot of 5 stars. Shit. Crap. I missed the dialogue. No. No. It's okay. It's okay. It's alright. Hold on. Hey, catapult. Hold on. Shit. Look, she's so cool.
ドクター、前みたいにランナって呼んでくれ。しばらく荒野からは遠のいてるけど、腕は鈍ってねえぞ。ほら、職人の資格証も持ってんだ。あ、まだ見習いだって。本採用なんて時間の問題だからな。
Alright, hold on. What about the English voice? Because she's from the Rim Billiton. She's from the Brim Billy.
Doctor, just call me Lans like before. Sure, I'm on a break from the outback, but I brought my tradie skills with me.
The Outback.
See? Here's my artificer creds. Intern? Huh. Becoming fully fledged is just a matter of time.
Holy shit, hold on.
Come on, Nutty! Nutty! High power mode! Think you can dodge this next trick? Wanna bet? Beep beep! Terminus! Everybody off! Whoa, that was rough, Doctor! I thought you'd got yourself winded again. All in one goes! Good load of combat data this time too. Thanks heaps, Doctor.
She's just Australian! She's Australian as fuck! Yippee! She looks so cool! Look at her! Look at her abs. Look at her abs. Oh my god. Oh my god. She looks so cool. Oh. I'm screaming. I'm screaming. I'm losing it. Her design is so damn good. Wait, I thought she had short hair. Why is she has a ponytail? Fucking hell, dude. This is what me and Miz always talk about. It's like they always every time the character looks like they have long hair, like if every time they look like they have short hair, they actually have freaking long hair. Damn it. Okay, well, at least it's that doesn't make any sense. Okay. Alright. Well, she's a giant wrench and she's cool. What does she do? Ignore 40 defense. Oh, okay. Wow, interesting. Okay, speed. Okay, she's a lot more of an offensive type of artificer. Okay. Cool. Cool. Usually the artificers I have are like very defensive. Okay, so this is gonna be my fourth pull. Do I want to do it? No, I'm gonna go and talk about my art. BRB. Wait, I didn't save over this, did I? No, yeah, I didn't. Okay. Alright. Oh, righty. Okay. I'm a bit lazy to go back to the base. It's gonna make my outline slow again. It's gonna take a lot of bandwidth. Okay, so this is my latest comic, and probably my last for now, at least, because I'm really burnt out after this one. This is basically me trying to visualize a fight scene in the dark and have it be a bit more cinematic, because I wanted to try a nighttime scene of a kaiju fighting at the wall of the city, and how does Michi look like that. And this is going to involve soldiers as well. So this is the first time I have, well, maybe not the first time, but like one of the was the first few times that it's the first time I visualized like a kaiju in a sense. like the really big one, the really big one. Sorry, my clip studio is like lagging because this thing is heavy as frick. Okay. So, this is the first time I've fully visualized a huge kaiju. Basically the question I got here was from someone from Unveil. So this person, OC Creator 30, which I checked. I don't know, with that naming I thought it might have been a bot, but I'm not sure if it is. I couldn't really tell. It seemingly isn't a bot, I'm not sure. But whoever you are, thank you for your question. So your question is, so your goal is to save humanity from extinction. What do you think is going to be your biggest obstacle on the way there? For example, world hunger. Okay, I think they meant to say world hunger, wars, disease, etc. So I think, okay, I'm gonna say, but like funny from this, I think I can't really fault them for this, but it's the thing that like I think they have absolutely no idea of the setting that I have Michi in, and like I don't know if they read about anything else about my OC. I think they just asked a question and I don't know if they understood. But I can't really fault them because at the same time, the reason why I'm doing Michi's Q&A is because people don't know anything about Michi or the setting that I have created or the story that I have created up. So this is basically to like answer all those questions. So this person is basically asking a question that's very general. It's more of like to ask like, oh, a hero character that's like, oh, you're gonna save humanity from extinction, well, what are you gonna do? So like, what about world hunger and all these kind of things that the heroes don't even fucking do in Invincible or some shit like that. I haven't watched Invincible basically. But yeah, usually in hero shows, like, you know, the Avengers don't really solve world hunger or diseases or etc and stuff. You know who does? Arknights! Rose Island! Rose Island does that! At least they try to. They do a pretty good job at it, honestly. Jeez. They stop a war between like freaking Ursus and Lungman? Hell yeah! Oh god. Yeah. Holy shit. Rose Island, man. Big inspiration. Anyway, let me turn these off. So thank you for your question. I think it's a very general question, but it's a question that needs to be answered nonetheless. So for this, I challenged myself and I chose to do a nighttime scene and to make things a little bit more dramatic as well. And I had to sketch out and conceptualize what I wanted the kaiju to be. I think when I was making things, not everything comes to me at once. I think the comic, how it goes, I would first write down what I would want to visualize, what Michi's answer would be. No, I'll write down what Michi's answer would be, and then I'll try to visualize it with a sketch. And so I thought of a three-headed monster, like King Ghidorah kind of style and stuff. And then I added some other peculiar perks to it, quirks to it, I guess. So don't worry, this kaiju here still has the design philosophy of overcompensating, but like maybe it's not very apparent. It's still a very, I would still say that like this kaiju design, I'm not exactly proud of it. It is still honestly very vanilla. I wouldn't say it's very it's not an iconic visual like kaiju design, not like say like something from Ultraman and stuff. I think those are like a lot more iconic. This is like Ghidorah, and like I kind of took what's my favorite monster from the Godzilla series is Gigan. Like I think that was my favorite monster in my childhood series. Like Gigan was like so cool to me. It looked like now Gigan looks like an overcompensating ass fucking kaiju. tell you what, like laser eyes, claws for arms, a freaking razor like Beyblade discus in its center, and then it has wings and stuff. It's so weird, it's so goofy and stuff, right? I love Gigan. It's so stupid. I love it. It's so cool. But yeah, so I have the Gigan colors on this kaiju as well. And I made it a little sharp looking and stuff. And it's a little... It's got this big shell in front of it as well. I was thinking of like making it kind of like a mollusk kind of theme. A little bit of like I was looking at abalones and stuff, and like it having like multiple eyes and all that kind of things. It will come into play later on, as you will see. But yeah, so it is like the kaiju is like set fire, or like it's like destroyed part of the wall and it's on fire, and like with this dramatic lighting and like maybe a little bit too much embers and stuff. Honestly, I think I could blur that a little bit more. Maybe reduce a bit more, but yeah, there's way too many embers. Goddamn. Yeah, so I think it looks really cool with like the kaiju's red eyes glowing in the darkness. Glowing red eyes in the dark is always such a cool thing, right? Such a cool visual. And then it starts off with Michi monologuing in her head. As a ranger, my responsibility is the protection of humanity from the kaiju, invaders from the far reaches of space. Very hero stuff to say. So once again emphasizing that she is a ranger and her responsibility is to protect humanity from the kaiju. And also establishing that yes, the kaiju are invaders from the far reaches of space. In some kaiju shows and series, even in Ultraman, some kaiju are like dormant monsters that are actually on the earth already, and like they kind of like they awaken and all that. Like even in Godzilla, there's like what Rodan is living in a volcano and stuff, and it awakens and it attacks the people and stuff. But for the kaiju here, they are invaders from the far reaches of space. They have come from space. They land on Earth in search of stuff. Michi will elaborate later on. But yeah, so she's just doing her usual like right hook here, and you see the kaiju like kind of like attacking as well. She's aiming for the heads, and then you have the fire behind her and stuff. Okay, clips to the leg. Alright, okay. And next, the kaiju are rampaging monsters who scour the universe to consume everything in their path. So this sets up that this is what the kaiju do. They come to Earth and they rampage around to scour the universe to consume everything in their path. They will just eat everything. Just like generative AI and all these assholes who want to make us use it. They want to eat everything up, all the data, everything. There's nothing private anymore. They just want to eat everything, and they don't care about your privacy. They just want to take everything. They want to take everything because everything is money to them. Data is money. Your life is their money. It doesn't belong to you. It belongs to the AI. Shut up. Give it to them. So that's what the kaijus do. That's my design philosophy for the kaiju. They're basically AIs, kind of like characterization of AI. That they are like monsters that consume everything in their path, and they overcompensate and do crazy shit with their bodies and stuff. That doesn't make sense, but they do it because they can. Once again, you see like Michi's scarf like leaving a trail. It's so cool. And then the blast, it looks a little different from last time. You see the shockwaves of the blast as well, like going past the heads and all that kind of thing. Yeah, so basically this time, I think you can tell that like I didn't make it very wordy. I spread it out a lot. That's why I have like 10 freaking pages to this comic. It's not wordy at all. And so this is another part. So you have the kaiju actually, you know, like someone like swinging a sword at you. Someone swinging a sword, right, and then another person claps his hand to catch it. This is basically what the kaiju did. So it stopped Michi's point of like force amplification is at her fists. She has it focused on her fists, and then the kaiju aimed for her arm, so it caught her arm right there, and it basically just crushed her entire arm. And then here you have the Michi's monologue here going like hunger, wars, disease. And then she looks shocked and stuff. And like, also note, red blood. Michi's got red blood. She's an alien, but she's got red blood. That means she's a lot more human than we thought. And then human was it again? Sorry. Hunger, wars, disease. Just like what OC creator asked. How does she stop this? Hunger, wars, and disease. These are like the big things that are the big problems of humanity, you know. Human suffering is a result of kaiju invasion. And then she raises her left fist and like brings it down as a punch, and she breaks the arm free while her broken arm, so her arm's broken and stuff, and she punches the kaiju and breaks all 3 heads apart. At least she got that. She like the kaiju cut her arm off, but she managed to like destroy the kaiju. But you know, it's kind of a loss, you know, like it makes it such a like she can't really fight now because of that. Yeah, she's not wrong, honestly. It's kind of like, it feels like blaming, but like because it's ever since the kaiju invasion, like the skies have become like, you don't see the sun anymore. The weather has become, the climate has become really toxic and stuff. You can't grow crops anymore, and like the kaijus keep invading. Like humanity's basically being pushed to the brink of extinction, and like they have to do everything to survive, which means they can't address some of these concerns like hunger, wars, and disease. In fact, some of these things are things that are brought out by like humans, you know. They will steal food from one another, they'll create wars and stuff, and they will bring about disease in their own ways as well. So before I move on to this, it's the halfway mark, which means more Arknights. Yippee! Where's my Arknights? Oh shit, I minimized it. Oh no. Arknights, no. Alright, time for Arknights. This mother humper is bringing out my freaking Orundum. Dimeci acceptado bellone. How dare you? But I got Tragodia though. But what if this time? Oh come on, man. Holy shit, oh it's lagging, holy crap. Come on, all I got was Jackie. Why was that so laggy? I rhymed. Oh man, I don't wanna baloney. Baloney please, I've done 90 rolls, come on. That is, yeah, it's basically my 40th roll since the reset. Am I gonna get Zima at this point? I need to spend to get Zima at this point. Holy fuck, dude. Holy shit. Zima, I want Zima, I want Zima, but I also want Baloney. I'm not gonna roll for Kelsey at this point. I'm not gonna roll for Kelsey. I need to save funds for Monster Hunter, man. Okay. One more roll. One more roll. Before I go back to my art. Oh, oh, no. Oh no! Oh! Oh, it hurts! Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Baloney. Baloney, please. Please. Okay, wait. Surely, okay, surely in this next one. Okay. I want to try it. I want to try it. Before I get back to my art, I really want to try. Come on. Come on. 2 blue bags in a row. Wang treated me well. This is only natural. Okay, alright, okay, thanks for the jump. Holy fuck! What? Yeah! Second and fourth. Holy shit! Wait, who'd I get? Come on, it's gotta, one of them gotta be Baloney.
レオンはビジョンを守ってるのか。あいつはファミリーだけじゃなく自分の名前まで捨てたわけか。分かった。それなら俺はベローネとして着任しよう。
I didn't know Vigil's name was Leon. Leon! Abandoning both his family and his name, I see. Well then, Operator Baloney. Okay, wait, who's the fourth one? I'm scared. What the fuck? What the fuck is this shit? What the fuck? Why am I... Oh, excuse me. Hello? What?
Are you doctor?
Is
Nice
it?
to meet you. 協力することになった
Oh, okay, I mean it's a deal,
装
but
置で異常な
this is
現象に
fine.
出くわした時
This is
は
great.
私が代わりに対処しよう。コードネーム
Yeah, okay, did I get any 5 stars? I don't remember. I was focused on the 2 6 stars.
角飾りにあったのでな。
This is a good deal. That's a good deal. Another Typhon? Hell yeah.
最高の笑顔を見
I'm
Yo, Snow Hunter again. I don't have, yeah, I don't have a full part, I think. Nice, nice, nice. Oh shit. Okay, you know, you can give me 2 blue bags if you're gonna give me a really good surprise 5 star that turned to 2 6 star. Holy shit. Is that it? Oh fuck, holy crap, my god, baby girl, holy moly. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm taking a screenshot. It's taking very long. Oh my god. Oh, 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 oh. Okay. Okay. So I rolled 100. Was it 110 times? Shit, was it 110 times? 110 times. And I got 3 6 stars. That's really good. That's really good. That's more than I can ask for, honestly. I got 2 men and a gal. Yippee! DP cost -1, yes! Oh, that's gonna be so good now. You. Yes, redeployment. Oh, DP cost -1. I love DP cost -1. I love that in my game. Oh, you are not maxed out, huh? Ooh, okay. Oh, Baloney. Time to... Where's your Italian voice? Why do you not have the Italian voice?
Leave it to me. The balloon say hello.
Meticulous plans, finely executed. You'll get used to these splendid triumphs with me around, Doctor. Vediamo come possiamo ribaltare la situazione a nostro vantaggio.
Wait, he says this in Italian.
Vediamo come possiamo ribaltare la
Vediamo.
situazione a nostro vantaggio. Vediamo come possiamo ribaltare la situazione a nostro vantaggio.
We got the Italian.
Stragglers will return for revenge. So we'll have to devise a plan to eradicate all possible threats. Did I miss something important? Let's go for a walk and inspect our territory.
Inspect our ter- Oh my god.
Art Knights. Art Knights. Art Knights. Art Knights. Art Knights. Art Knights.
Gesturing emotes. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Demetri Certaldo Bellone. Happy to serve.
Oggettardo Bellone. Oh my god.
Demetri Certaldo Bellone. Happy to serve.
Italian. Yippee! Yay! Okay, I got Dimitri. Okay. Alright. Minimizing this boyo. Yeah, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. That was good. That was good. I lost a random, but this is fine. This is great. I think I still have enough for... I should still have enough for Zima. I should still have enough for Zima Alter. You can catch it in the next stream! Lamau. Alright. Okay, next one. So... Michi lost her arm. Kablamzo, she lost her arm to the kaiju that counterattacked her. She monologues, the land is ruined by them, and life becomes near impossible to sustain. And these troops over here, so I had to concept out these troops as well, I had to sketch them out. I think the thing is that these guys are not finalized because I feel like, god, they look like such, they really look like my design, as in like my design sense is kind of not great. My design sense is not great for this. But I think the funny thing is that like when I was designing this, I was thinking of like because the people, the normal regular civilian people, right? They kind of don't like the soldiers here. So I'm thinking of like what kind of slurs they call them, and I think of, like it's kind of like, you know, how the people think of stormtroopers. You know, they don't like the stormtroopers. So they call these guys bucket heads, and I just like make them look a bit more like their helmets look a bit like dustbins. They're like full on cylindrical and like they have this top part to it. And the thing is that like when I designed these, they had like these top parts, right? These are actually interchangeable. So depending on what depending on what scenario they have to be prepared for, they have to change out what the top parts are. So for this one's nighttime, so it has like these headlights and stuff. And then I don't know, I haven't really thought of like what other sort of like helmets they could have and such. Then they would, these guys are more scouts, that's why they are dressed a lot more lightly. They don't have like full on armor and stuff. They are wearing like these kind of like raincoat-esque, they have like these flared sleeves as well. They have very light armor because they're scouts, so I said that second time. They have, I think it's gonna be a lot clearer later on, but like they have this like, they look like green color soap bars right now, but like I'm just gonna call these like, these are like energy cells and stuff, and it is like a main battery pack here. And they just have, you know, regular vests and stuff. Full visors as well. They look a little bit like, I think I definitely inspired a little bit by like Dead Space and stuff, I guess. If you can tell from it. Yeah, kaiju head go explodey, boom, all 3 heads are gone, and like Michi over here, whee, she's falling down into the abyss, down the walls and stuff. So this is gonna be a very abrupt cut though. So like the soldiers are gonna be like, now's the chance, move out. Target's falling out of range, sir. Now's our chance. Move out. And it's gonna skip to like them finding Michi on the ground here, and then Kaiju is at the back behind her as well, and they have a guns pointed at her, and he's gonna like, you've got nowhere to run, apprehend her now. So from this you can tell like the soldiers are not there to support Michi. They are there to like actually apprehend her, take her in and stuff. For reasons I don't think I've really fully explained. I probably explained it in a stream previously that Ezreal knows about, but like I don't think I've actually visualized it properly. So then, to preserve humanity, humans turned on one another, and then Michi is like in pain. She's just struggling to like prop herself up. She's like, look, wait, it isn't safe, it's still. And then you can see a little bit of the Kaiju's red eyes like emanating from within the shell. And the next one we have the Kaiju rising up. And this is the kind of thing like I kind of wanted to like, I kept thinking of like Pacific Rim, but like, I need to like really find a way to like emulate how Pacific Rim like really does it, because like maybe I need to get a Pacific Rim art book or something like that, because it would be really cool to like reference something like that, looking at the concept arts and stuff, like how to get the scale of the Kaiju. So here I have like, you know, the rocks and bits falling, the debris falling from it and stuff, as it's rising up from the ground, and then I have the spotlight shining in as well. I think I did a lot better job in the first one. Sorry, my clip still is like kind of lagging. I think the sense of scale here is a little bit there. No, actually, I think the previous one was a lot better, the rocks and stuff. This one I tried to do with the fire embers. I don't think I really captured it, but the spotlight was like kind of cool, I guess. But yeah, this one, I think this one really had the sense of scale added to it, like because like now everyone is like brought down to the ground. Also like here you see the little guys like yippee, I just copy pasted them. Wait no, I did draw them out. I did copy paste them. Lamau. And there's Michi over there. And then they're pointing their like headlights at the Kaiju rising up and stuff. And that's really cool little details here. And like Michi is monologuing, like saying, revitalizing and changing the hearts of humans. That is my biggest obstacle. Yeah. It's ironic. It's irony. It's like humans trying to preserve humanity. Like the way humans try to preserve humanity, they turn on one another to preserve the humanity, which is ironic because that's kind of inhumane. I don't know. It's preserving their idea and like their own selfish humanity by like taking away the humanity of like other people's. Dark Souls. Sorry. Humanity. And then here you see like the shell of the Kaiju actually opening up, and you see like it has an inner mouth inside, and like this is the destroyed head of the Kaiju on this side. So this was actually the top part that we saw earlier, and this is the bottom part. You see there's other heads of the Kaiju actually at the bottom. Yeah, so it was actually propped up to the wall and stuff, and then this was like probably where the fire came on. It's like that quote, a person is smart, people are dumb. It's true. I like that quote, a person is smart, people are dumb. God, people are dumb, holy shit, fucking hell dude. I am not Michi. Sorry, this is kinda weird to say, but like, you know, I am not Michi. I think Michi is a pretty nice, she's a nice person with principles, but for me, I also have my principles, but my principle is also punching people in the face who don't deserve it. Like, as in people who don't deserve kindness from me deserve to get punched in the face. I think people who are assholes deserve to get like punched and like physically hurt. Sorry, that is my principle. That's where I stand in this. Like, dude, if you're gonna freaking like, steal candy from a baby, I'm gonna drop kick your ass, alright. Michi will be like, no, I will sternly scold the person and like make them learn a lesson and stuff. Michi has a lot to learn, I think. I don't know. Or she can stick with her principles because like I think there's merit in that too, you know. I think I haven't really thought of like what Michi is gonna, how Michi's character is gonna develop yet. Because it's just kind of tough, you know. It's very easy to make her become some tragic hero and stuff, but I think I kind of want her to hold on to those principles and like, you know, or if she doesn't hold on to those principles, if her principles like waver or falter a little bit, then she would have to face some of the repercussions of it and the results and see, is that something that she can accept or not. I think there's a characterization, like the trials that she would have to go through. Okay, but enough thinking of like the future stuff. So the troops are like, oh, fall back, fall back. Yeah, you can see, goddamn bucket hits. These bucket hits, and I also had to design the freaking rifle for them because like, these are a little bit of like a hybrid of energy and projectile based. God, I don't know if I want to go into that. I'll go into that. So this is the design sketch of the soldier, and then these are the design sketch of the rifles. Basically the rifles are, this is the ammunition magazine, but when you open it up, it actually uses the energy cell. Basically, it's using the energy cell as a way to, I haven't really fully thought it out, but it's not firing bullets through like combustion of like gunpowder or something like that. It's basically using the energy that they've collected from the kaijus. And that's how kind of how their society like functions. In this post-apocalyptic era, the energy that they get is from the kaijus, and that's why they hunt them down. So the energy from the kaijus is a very precious resource for them. It uses for a whole bunch of things, like electricity being one of them. For this one, it's kind of like I don't know. Do electric powered rifles exist? I'm not really sure. I just kind of modeled this a little bit like after an airsoft gun. So basically the bullet is kind of like a round sphere. It's just so that they can like carry, they have a lot more capacity to them, because kaijus take a lot of bullets to kill. These are not to kill the big kaijus. These cannot kill the big kaijus. The big kaijus are left, you need cannons for those. You need cannons and like whatever things to hit their weak spots and stuff to bring down the kaiju, and a lot of other things. But yeah, these are more to kill the small fry in the previous comic, like the small scavengers and stuff. Okay, wait, hold on. That rifle should not break like that. Why not? I want to make it break like that. I want to make it break like that. That does the energy. If you want energy weapons, can look at it. Oh, you know what? I never looked at the Warhammer 40k stuff. Maybe I can ask my brother for that. So my younger brother is actually into the Warhammer 40k stuff, so maybe I can ask him about that. Energy. So Warhammer 40k, cause I saw them, they have like the bolt gun, right? But there's also like an energy weapon. It's like using projectile based, but like it's powered by energy or something like that. Is it? I'll have to research that. I think I'll research that actually, because that's kind of like a sci-fi future human thing, but also kind of medieval. Is post-apocalyptic? I'm not sure. It's more sci-fi, I think. I think I'll refer to that. Yeah. Honestly, I might have to refer to that, because like when I'm designing these soldiers, right? These soldiers would not last. These soldiers can probably fight against the smaller kaiju, but against the huge kaiju, I think I'll actually have to like design like soldiers actually wearing like the Warhammer 40k bodysuits, because ain't no way you're gonna fight like kaiju in like this gear. You're gonna have to wear this big hulking armor and stuff. I think those are mostly for like I would save those like big mecha kind of suits for much larger kaiju or like very elite groups of soldiers and stuff, because like I imagine that materials are kind of scarce in this like landscape. Their last gun is like a normal military weapon but powered with energy. Oh, okay, that sounds exactly like what I want. Okay, I'm gonna have to reference the word. Okay, I'm gonna have to look at like Warhammer 40k stuff now. Okay, I have a reason to look at Warhammer 40k stuff now. Yippee! Okay. I'm not gonna buy their figurines because they are expensive as fuck and I'm not gonna pay for pain. I'm poor, okay? Alright, but I'm gonna, if I can look at the books and like, you know, ask my brother about some of the stuff, or like, you know, an expert to explain the stuff to me, I think that'll be great. Time to look at Warhammer 40k video essays. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so, Michi's monologue, sorry. Revitalizing and changing the hearts of humans, that is my biggest obstacle. I like fighting kaiju. Violence will never be my answer. I do not like to treat humans as my enemy, and to do so would go against my code as a ranger. She says with her broken arm and stuff. Oh god, it's... I kinda like how I drew her boo-boos though. Okay. And then you see her quill is like glowing kind of yellow and stuff. And then she says to be a ranger is to be the star that lights the way through the dark. This sounds so truly when I say it out loud. I hate saying things out loud. Please read it. Please read it and don't make me say things out loud. And don't even read it out loud because it's cringe. Oh my god. Okay, anyway. Yeah, the yellow stuff. Like, remember the nectar of the goggles around like Michi's eyes? Like the yellow stuff around her eyes. So that's why I chose the yellow color here. I don't know if it's something that I really... It feels like there's a lot of color codes now. There was the cyan color that I had the other time, and now it's like a yellow color. So I have it like just sort of coiling up and like basically showing that like she can enter a regenerative state. Michi's able to enter a regenerative state a little bit kind of like Wolverine, but you know, if you've seen enough creatures or characters in fiction that has regenerative abilities, that does not equate to immortality in a sense. It doesn't mean you can't be hurt, basically. You know, if anything, you know, it's indicative enough that like, you know, she still has blood on her armor and stuff. She still has like her own blood on her armor and all that. She still experiences pain. She still can like get caught and stuff, you know. Getting caught like this, getting a delivery of pain, and she can still get hurt, and she can still get maimed, and she can still be put out of action, you know. So the means of regeneration is more of the idea for this is basically that, you know, yeah, basically like Michi is basically an ant trying to fight, like, you know, trying to say you're the kaiju, and you imagine an ant trying to fight you. You're gonna crush an ant or like, you know, accidentally step on an ant. So no matter how much the ant tries to like armor themselves, say if the ant becomes a beetle, you are still going to be able to crush that beetle with very little effort. So instead of like her being bulked up like Warhammer 40k style and with the armor and everything, she actually focuses on, like the rangers, right? They actually focus on speed rather than armoring up for defense and stuff. And they have the superpowers already to try to protect them. It's just how they try to utilize that. Michi can still make mistakes. Michi can still make mistakes and like get caught in situations like this. This is the point where it's like, oh, you know, Michi, you wouldn't be stuck in this situation if you had a weapon. If you had a katana or sword or something like that, you know, you wouldn't get your arm hurt. You wouldn't bring, you know, you wouldn't just bring your fist to a gunfight. Or I mean, unless you're like a crazy anime character like Violet Evergarden or something like that, I guess. But yeah, there are repercussions. She's not entirely invincible. Even if she is invincible like this, there are still parts where she can't do. But it's like, you know, the Rangers, they kind of have to make do. They know that you're gonna get stomped on, so they have this kind of regenerative ability that is given to them. It's a blessing that is given to them by the quill and all that. That's lore that I will not answer yet. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I think this is such a cool shot for my thing to really end on. I think this is like my last drawing, and I'm quite proud of this. I still tried to make things like really rough. The lighting and rendering, all this is still it's actually really rough. This is all really rough. I try to keep it as simple as possible, but I still took a month for this. I still took a damn whole month for this. But it's because I was kind of busy with some other stuff that I'm not so sure if I'll talk on stream, especially because it's already 12:30. It's really late. Yeah. Okay. So, man. Yeah, I thought I was gonna go through this fast, but what am I thinking? Of course I shouldn't go through this fast. I'm gonna look at Warhammer 40k stuff afterwards, but yeah. So I don't think I'm gonna talk about. I don't think I'm gonna show my other stuff. I think this is pretty much it. I'm gonna close this because it's starting to lag everything. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna leave this here. Should I E2? Yeah, you know what? Okay. I'll do it. I'll do it. I should have enough to fully maximize this guy. 61? Damn.
Violence is only the means and not the end. But these bugs are too inefficient at it.
I don't know what he's saying.
A promotion? It's been a long time since someone's used this word with me. Feels fresh.
I don't know if the voice fully fits him, but to me, his voice is doing things to me. I mean, okay, sorry. I mean, I like his voice. not saying anything. I think it's just nice. He sounds okay. This is not to be confused. Antonio Banderas is okay, I don't know what his nationality is, but Antonio Banderas is not Italian. But the way this guy talks sounds like Antonio Banderas. And like, man, as a kid I was like, oh man, I love Antonio Banderas. Man, I love Zorro back then. Holy shit, I love Zorro. Not a One Piece character. Man, do people still know that Zorro is like not a One Piece character? That's kind of crazy. He used to be like a masked fencer guy in the South Americas. Or the Western America? Wait, South America? Where was Zorro? I don't know where Zorro took place, but
Violence is only the means and not the end. But these bugs are too inefficient at it. Titles and tokens don't necessarily equate to trust, but at least they show how you see me. È un onore.
What does it mean? Eoninore. I'm sure he's saying very nice things to me. I'm oblivious. I don't know. Yo, what's your freaking gains attack speed when above 50% HP? Okay. Attacks reduce the target's defense. Oh yeah, cause he dodges shit, right? Yeah. Attacks reduce the target's defense by 8% for 10 seconds. Yeah, he's a damage shred. He's a armor shredder, basically. Not armor piercer, but a armor shredder. So other people can benefit from the debuff as well. Damage increases. Okay, yeah. The more he punches, the more damage he does. Gains 40%, increases to 80%. Wait, also passively he has like... Wait, what? Passively he has 40% dodge? That's crazy. What? That's crazy. Holy crap, okay. Wow. Amazing. Punchy man. I don't know if I want to show him off or not. Oh, I'm at 180 now. I'm kind of tired though, but maybe I'll... Okay, I'll take him for a spin. Oops. What was this? Oh, fuck this shit. Alright. Let's not bring in Texas Alter. Let's bring in Bellone. Where's Bellone? Bellone.
Andiamo. It's time we witness the fruition of our plans.
Okay. Let me level him a little bit more. 35.
Violence is only the means and not the end. Andiamo. It's time we witness the fruition of our plans.
Okay, let me try something. No, we just got Typhon. We just bring our Typhon. God, I wish I had more healers. We don't have any Black Steel or like... Let me bring in... I'll just bring in Gabriel. Come on, please, PC client, don't. It's chugging. Okay, maybe let me use my tablet for this. I can use my tablet for this.
Sarà una passeggiata.
今日の運勢はあんたたちほんとついてないね。
Leave it to me.
Ooh, he dodged. Oh, he didn't dodge. Ooh, he dodged.
Un'eliminazione pulita.
Which way to point them?
Interessante.
The Bellone say hello. Just let him do his thing. Oh, he's trying. He's trying to do something. You know what? Maybe this is actually a good idea.
Was that enjoy? Baron special brew.
Oh wait, right, yeah. Shit, they're gonna die.
I'll handle it.
È tutto pronto. Mettiamo fine a questo trambusto il prima possibile.
see if I can clear this challenge stage or not.
Just kidding.
Мой клинок все такой же острый.
Leone,
You're
would you
asking
kindly?
Time to repay.
Trick you.
Ты заслуживаешь только ненависти.
Leave it to me.
Oh hell yeah, baby. I don't think that guy can really do everything to defeat.
Мой клинок все такой же острый.
Yeah, like Bologna's damage still can't fully.
I'll handle it.
Il martello della giustizia è
this.
pesante. Spero siate pronti.
Bologna's still not able to like solo everything out there. I already have Typhon in like a kind of a weird position here. Let's see if I can-
Gotta hurry. Sweet spot. Excited.
And Typhon.
Qualunque cosa, i tuoi crimini sono indiscutibili.
Don't hesitate. The Lone say hello.
しっかりしろ
Leave it to me. I'll handle it.
Interessante.
I don't think there's any point in doing that. No.
頼みは何だ
May as well put down Shamare. Let's get some hearts damage in here.
Enjoy. Battleland's special brew.
大丈夫すぐ治るから
アーツの治療範囲に入れ
Leave it to me.
誰
That's fine.
何すりゃいいんだおいザロパツエンツァ
Yeah. Just have
Ты
to there.
заслуживаешь только ненависти.
Penance can take them. There's no worry there.
No time to hesitate
Franco's not gonna do anything there.
Head into the thick of
Jessica can fire on.
Un'eliminazione pulita.
And that's gonna do arts damage. I just wanna. Okay. Guys, chill. Let Bologna do his thing.
Мой клинок все такой же острый.
Stop damaging his ass. Give him a moment.
You're asking him. The Lone say hello.
Okay, yeah, that was it. Yep. What, him shredding?
Ну что ж, отлично. Рада, что помогла победить.
How far does he shred the defense down though? Hold on. How far do you shred the defense, dude? How much defense do you shred? 7% for 10. So 35% maximum. Okay, 35%. Okay, it goes by percentage base, not percentage base. Then what does your skill do? Elite enemy is defeated below or something. It doesn't seem like his most powerful skill, to be honest. I'm not sure. This one sounds a lot better. This one sounds actually sounds like it's a better defense shredder, because it stacks up to 8 times. So which means 7 times 8 equals to 56. Is that right? 6. Wait, 7 times 8. Yeah, 56. Yeah, 56. 56%. Oh, okay, so it's about like 50%. The thing is that if a target has 600 defense and it's reduced to 300 defense, I guess it's still doing quite some damage, I guess. It's still pretty high defense. It is a lot more than... Okay, right. And this isn't even M3 yet also. Constellation Stones, okay. Alright, okay, I mean... Blah, blah, blah. This is my Arknight. This is why I don't this is why I don't stream Arknights, because a lot of times I'm... You know like Midoriya Deku from like Boku no Hero Academia, like My Hero Academia? Like, I basically do that at Arknights. I would like stare at this and just... I would look at the stage and I would just like stare and just talk to myself. Mumble, 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 and like, people who don't play Arknights will not find that interesting at all. This is fun to me, but it's not fun to people watching. I don't know. So I'm glad that like I'm glad if anyone's still staying around right now. Anyway, I think that is all. I like my drawings. I think they are great, and I think just as a snapshot, I am drawing some stuff for summer. I have 2 drawings for summer. Basically, I was drawing this while I was in the middle of the latest comic, and I was just like, this was just a blow off steam. I just wanted to draw something, and I was just like, oh man, yeah, I want to draw Michi in the summer, right? So I just drew her doing this. It definitely still needs to take work. I was trying to test out some other stuff as well, but like, yeah, this is just me trying to go back to it, doing the illustration stuff, so it's more pinups things. I hope I can finish this in time before August ends, which is, we're halfway through August now, shit. And this is, if you can guess who these are, congratulations. Otherwise, you can wait. We can wait until like I'm done. Anyway, okay. Thank you so much for coming to the stream. It's been a long one. I was not expecting to go this long because I feel like I'm not. It's been a long time, and I just feel like I'm not very prepared to return back to streaming anyway. I'm not so sure if I'll stream anymore again. I just really wanted to get stuff off my chest and just like yappity yap about all this stuff about my the art I've drawn so far for the Michi's Q&A. Unfortunately, I think I just want to draw other things now for the time being, so Michi's Q&A is kind of on pause. Or if I get any questions, I might just answer them normally without spending an entire month drawing them out. So I think it's time to go to sleep. Okay, thank you so much for joining me for my Arknights gacha, which is crazy, and my art, which I'm really proud of as well. And it's kind of crazy that, you know, knowing that Twitch is doing the Gen AI shit, and I'm like actually putting myself, I opted out of it, but I mean, who knows with corporations nowadays? I don't know if they're just going underneath and like just taking people's data anyway. I honestly don't know. They have their lawyers and they're scheming. They literally get the lawyers and they start scheming, dude. So yeah, you guys stay safe out there, alright? Okay, I'm gonna start talking while I'm on my ending screen, because it's appropriate. But thanks for watching, y'all. So long for now, and stay safe. Keep away from those generative AI trying to steal your data and stuff, and those scammers, and even big corporations are starting to be scams. Slave system, you know? Anyway, yep, it's time to sign off. Thanks for coming and stream. And Des, if you're still here, really thank you for staying up with me for so long. And it's still so late. I'm gonna check out Warhammer 40k stuff tomorrow. Okay. Good night. Goodbye, everybody. See you on Blue Sky. You can follow me on Blue Sky. Bye, Des. You have a good night and good weekend too. Yeah. Follow me on Blue Sky. Yippee!